Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the I was going to call it West Ham Weekly just then. West Ham Lions United and the Match Day Live. Good evening, Matt. Are you well, mate?
Can't complain. Tottenham are losing. Everything's rosy.
I mean, apart from the Leicester game, all the results have gone our way again. We win this game tonight, and we're back to fourth with a game in hand over Chelsea. I mean, what could be better, eh?
To be fair, Sheffield United have just capitulated the last 2 days, haven't they?
Didn't they just, mate? Didn't they just? Right, we've got some interesting team news. So I'm going to put up a little screen, a little image that tells us who we believe is currently injured at the moment. Now, we know there's some of them already, but there's a couple of additional names there. So, Matt, do you want to talk me through this?
So we know Yarmolenko won't play again this year.
Apparently he's back in training, mate. Apparently
Bonner's supposed to be, still 4-6 weeks away.
Yeah.
He's just had his boot off. Masuaku, they keep teasing he might be in the squad next weekend.
But which he won't be. We know that.
Even if he made the squad, he wouldn't be in the team right now. I don't think he's got to work his place back in. But it's the other three. I mean, you know what? Fredericks don't surprise me in the slightest.
It's quite interesting about Fredericks because we were told that he was back from injury, and then out of the blue, he's injured again, which was a real surprise. So that's quite intriguing. And we spoke just before we went online, mate, and I mentioned to you about Lanzini, and you went not really that bothered about him, really. Which I kind of got to be honest, I kind of agree with you. Does give us a few limitations on the bench, but then there's that one in the middle at the bottom, Fornals.
That's the one that's going to be a kick in the teeth, isn't it? Because especially because of his work ethic, and that's what we're going to need that today. The Fredericks one though, I'm not being funny. We can never, and I can't remember how far back I'm going to go on this now. We can never have a squad in a season where there isn't one guy that spends all of it on the injury table. We got rid of Carroll when we brought in Wilshere. We got rid of Wilshere, and then Fredericks has stepped up, so to speak. When he play, I don't know if it's because of his pace that it gives him dodgy hamstrings or what, but he literally seems to be in the squad for a couple of games and he'll miss a month.
And I know it's a shame really because when he does come in, he does really well.
Yeah, it's like he's got a rotor. He does 4 weeks on, 4 weeks off.
So with those players out, this is the team news that we believe. Now you're going to see there's going to be 11. There's going to be more than 11 players on here, and I will explain why. But this is the lineup we believe it's going to be. Right, as you can see, there are 12 players there, and the last one that we added on the list was Mark Noble. Now, we believe the lineup is Fabianski, Sofal, Dawson, Diop, Creswell, Johnson, Rice, Souček, Bowen, Benrahma, and Antonio. What do you think?
You know what? I'm disappointed that's not here because I said this team last night and he was like, "Don't be stupid, you won't play that team." I said last night. I said, that was not including Fornals. I said with Lingard out, I went, he'll use that as an opportunity to bring Johnson back in and go to the back five. And even with him, with Fornals out as well, it just brings Bowen back in. You put Bowen and Benrahma either side of Antonio for a front three, and then you got your 7 defending.
Yeah.
But if you remember, last month back to the cup game, we started with a 4 at the back, and we didn't look very good. Like we didn't offer anything going forward. Half
And then
time
we ended up with a 5. Yeah.
subs, didn't we? We had Ogbonna went off, and then someone else went off, and we ended up having to go. Diop come on and went off, didn't he? And we had no defenders left. So I think Soufal went into the back 3, didn't he? And Fredericks went on the wing. And playing
and
with
we
the
looked
5...
an awful lot better. But the difference was there, mate. We had Fredericks on one side and Johnson on the other. That added a bit of pace. Whereas Soufal can do that sort of right wing back job. He's not the fastest, but he's good. He's creative, isn't he? When he gets forward,
he's got a good ball. That's the thing, right? Is that Fredericks is very quick, but his end product is.
Well, he's scored a few, and he's scored 1 or 2, and he's made a couple this season. So it's a really odd one because you know.
I think if you go on his percentage, it's not very good. He does crop up with one every now and again. Soufal's end product seems to be better.
Yeah,
but he hasn't got the pace. But if you've got the back 3, which suits Cresswell well because it gives him more opportunities to get balls in, you know you're going to get a bit of cover on pace on the flank with Johnson.
Yeah.
And in some ways, it lets the front 3 do more of the attacking. Like you're not. I mean, they'll still track back, but you don't expect them to track back as much.
There's a change. Well.
Don't tell me Noble started.
Noble starting. So let me go through the team news for you properly, people.
Back 4 with Noble in.
Well, Fabianski, Soufal, Dawson, Ogbonna, Cresswell, no Diop.
No Diop.
Let me go through this again. Fabianski, Soufal, Dawson, Ogbonna is back.
No,
I can't believe this. I can't believe this. And I will update the ticker tape as we go along. Fabianski, Soufal, Dawson, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Johnson, Souček, Rice, Noble, Bowen, and Antonio, and Benrahma's been dropped.
So he's gone for a 5-3-2.
What do you think about Benrahma being? I mean, that is.
He's having over. There's no you know what? I can't say there's no way because it's West Ham, but he's not supposed to be back for another month. How have they just gone?
Well,
Diop's injured, so he's chucked Ogbonna back in.
This is an absolute shock, people, because we thought it was going to be a certain way. Ogbonna has apparently been picked.
He's having you over.
Fabianski, Soufal, Dawson, Ogbonna, Cresswell. There you go, mate. I'm in absolute shock. Ogbonna's in.
He's had you over here still.
Unless it's a typo.
It's got to be Diop.
It's got to be Diop, but I've got here in front of me Ogbonna. But the biggest shock is Benrahma's been dropped again and Noble's been pulled in. What do you think about that?
That entirely changes the shape of the team.
Completely.
Because we normally play with the front 3. So he's gone for a front 2.
He's gone for damage limitations.
And well, I tell you what, I can't say that.
I've been wound up.
Yeah.
It is Diop.
It's got to be Diop.
There you go, people. That's live for you. I can't believe that someone has taken the piss and told me that.
So you said Ogbonna. I was like, no, there's no way it's Ogbonna.
So do forgive me. I was being wound up by somebody. I can only give you the news that I've been given.
Watching this video and laughing at you still. That's what he's doing.
Probably. So team news confirmed: Fabianski, Soufal, Dawson, Diop, Cresswell, Johnson, Rice, Souček, Noble, Bowen, Antonio. Which means that we've got very, very little going forward. Noble has obviously been pulled in there. He did do a decent job against Man United in the Cup last time.
He did,
but the one thing that we know,
same as Benrahma, is it?
Well, we know that. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Benrahma because he's been slated again by the manager this week about his shooting and everything. What's your feeling about this? Because I was on Jake's show during the week, on the afternoon before the Leeds United game, when they were talking about Benrahma. And they were talking about how they didn't believe that Moyes believed in Benrahma. And then, of course, Moyes came out this later in this week and started. Not I don't know about slating him, but he kind of criticised him, didn't he? He kind of criticised him with regards to the way
he's not hitting the target enough. But I think he's just. There we go. Here the team is out. Soufal, Diop, Dawson, Creswell, Johnson, Rice, Souček, Noble, Bowen, Antonio. So yeah, that is the team.
And people who ask what's the formation, well,
it would
we've
be
been given a
5-3-2.
well, we've got
you call it a 3-5-2.
We've got Johnson. I mean, this is from Sky Sports. Johnson apparently is being put as a front three, as a three just behind Antonio, which I don't believe for a minute.
Well,
so I reckon it's going to be a 5-3-2.
All they've done. I mean, saying that, I've just gone the official app, and it's got Johnson as playing part of the front three. In the Fredericks, when we played against Aston Villa.
Yeah, he did play that position. Yeah.
So on the actual West Ham app, you've got the back five. You've got Rice and Souček in front. You've got Bowen on the left of the front three, Johnson on the right, and Noble playing in behind Antonio.
Yeah.
Mark Noble playing number 10.
Vinay. Benny runs more than Noble. Moyes is a prick against Benny. Vinay. Benny is unpredictable, and Moyes likes the predictable.
And Rashford made it.
Yeah. We're going to come to the Man United team in a moment. But James, that sounds like a solid first half with more to follow in the Moyes eye. Well, glad you trust him, mate. I mean, we can't. It's difficult, isn't it? We should never really doubt David Moyes' team selection. We do scratch our heads sometimes. We do sort of wonder. But
Lanzini's on the bench.
Well, then I've been given duff news all day because I was told Lanzini was injured.
He's so there you go.
I've been fed duff information. So there you go. Never listen to what Stell says because I'd never get it right. Crazy Cole, Moyes playing the defensive role. Well, it looks like he is. So there's the team news. We're gonna put up the Man United news now. So given that is definitely a 5 at the back, 3 in midfield, and basically it's going to try and get Bowen to support Antonio. What do you think, mate?
I'm just trying to work out is it a 5 at the back? If it's a 5 at the back, then Bowen's playing up front with Antonio, but he normally plays 1 up front. So then I'm actually kind of tempted to believe that it is Johnson sitting in front of Soufal as like a 4 at the back with two right backs on the right hand side.
Yeah.
And then Bowen's going to be on his left. I mean, he's naturally left-footed, but he doesn't normally play on the left.
The difference is that Johnson doesn't necessarily have the pace that Fredericks has. So I could understand why Fredericks played in that position. But do you think he'll try and mark? Who would it be out there?
Rashford. Yeah.
Do you think that's
Johnson? That's what Moyes has done. Moyes has gone. Their main outlet's going to be Rashford. Let's try and mark him out of the game. Although, you know what? For Man United, it's a gamble playing Rashford. Because they need him for Thursday night.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that team, none of the big names are back. There was rumours that Pogba could be back today.
Uh-huh.
There's no Pogba. You've got Henderson, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw. So that is their back 4, with obviously De Gea's, I think, injured still. You've got Fred and McTominay holding with Bruno Fernandes in front of him, like we would normally play. And then Greenwood. Oh, I'm assuming Greenwood's playing up front, and then Rashford and Dan James are playing attacking midfielders.
Just off him, yeah. Mm-hmm. So they've still got a lot of threat there.
Pace.
Look, this comment from Desjardins, Bowen should be a sub. At best, he's been poor. Given that, would you not, because of Benrahma's pace, would you not have put Benrahma just behind Antonio rather than Bowen? If you had that, if he was deciding to go as defensive as it looks like he has been, in order to give us an outlet, who's better, Benrahma behind Antonio or Bowen behind Antonio?
Well, I'd have played Benrahma behind Antonio instead of Noble. I'm still looking at Noble.
Yeah.
I know why he's picked Bowen over Benrahma, because he'll get the work ethic out of him. He never completes a game, but he's always. You get 80 odd minutes out of a shift out of Bowen. He'll always track back. He'll do the dirty work.
But if people, I mean, I've got a comment here, James. I completely agree. A few weeks ago, we bossed it in the second half of a few weeks ago. I do remember that, mate. And I've got to be honest. You know, I've looked at we debated it last night. We thought it could be that Noble might start this game. It crossed my mind, and I think Noble did have a good game against Man United. But the problem I think with this is that was a cup game. This is a league game. You know, you kind of sometimes you just want your manager to want to go out and try and win it rather than it. This looks to me he's going for a 0-0. Unless I'm mistaken.
There was that comment before where was that comment a bit about, you know, going for it in the second half, and it does look like he's brought Noble on to see us through to like the 60th minute still in the game, and then he'll make attacking changes. Is what I'm looking at it like. But the problem is, if you look at that Man United team, they're missing so many of their big guns. Like, it's like the Liverpool game all over again.
Yeah, this is what I'm worried about. Infinite, hello, mate. Moyes does show too much respect to the opponents, which only gives them more confidence. Here goes a brilliant chance to get a result right out of the window. So Infinite thinks, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the team news. I can't be too disappointed because Moyes keeps proving all of us wrong. But I kind of with Infinite on this that I think we've missed a chance to maybe get a win tonight.
He's trying to replicate. Problem is, right? He's trying to replicate the tactic done against Aston Villa. And like you said, as good as Johnson is, he's not a speed demon, so he's not as fast as Fredericks. Which
means he'll start on the left. He won't play. And he won't double up with Sofal, will he? Can't see it.
No, Noble is no ball carrier like Lingard. It looks like he's put the same sort of formation out, the 4-2-3-1. And I reckon Bo will start on the left and he put Johnson on the right. Well, as you're saying that, he prefers them cutting in, so they might switch their way around. But
yeah,
I can see him playing that wide of the midfield rather than like a 5 at the back.
So what we believe, people, is quite simple. Is we believe that we are playing 5 at the back. I can't see Johnson playing the same position as Fredericks did, but I guess we're only going to find out when kickoff starts. And we've got a guest coming in. We've got Natalie coming in from Man United. We did have her, but she disappeared. So I'm sure she'll be back any minute now. Get your comments in. Tell me what you think. Toby says team lacks ball carriers, but I'm sure this is not the team for 90 minutes. Moyes wants to get to the second half at 0-0. Is that the right tactic? I'm trying to contain my disappointment. I really am. Now, we know that Fornals is out injured. So that's why he didn't start today, which is a massive loss. Because I think it would have been Fornals for Noble. Don't you think, Matt, if Fornals was fit?
Yeah. The only thing I can say is that Moyes to make sure that he's got some subs. That's the only thing I'm looking at, thinking Moyes wants to make sure that come the second half, we've got some subs on the bench. Because if you look at the bench, there's not much in it, as it is.
Well, we know we've got a number of youngsters. I don't know if you can confirm this because I haven't got the
right. So the bench, the bench is Martin, Trott, Balbuena, Alves, Coventry, Lanzini, Benrahma, and Odebeko.
Okay, so you can see quite possibly. We've been told that Lanzini wasn't fit today, so it's a surprise that he's actually on the bench. But there's those 4 youngsters are on the bench. It's good to see Connor Coventry. Alves has been making the bench a couple of times already, as has Odebeko. But of those 4 youngsters, the only one that's likely to get any game time is who? Any of them? Benrahma will come on. If Lanzini is fit, Lanzini will come on. In defence, we've got Balbuena. So there are no game changers there. I guess the only player really, proper game changer, is Benrahma.
Yeah, now maybe that's why he hasn't started him.
Do you think he will give Benrahma enough time to make a difference in this game?
Depends on the score.
If we're 0-0 at 80 minutes, he's not going to do it, is he?
I reckon he will. I reckon if we're 0-0 with like 20 minutes to go, half an hour to go, bring him on. But if we're 3-1 down with 10 minutes to go, he won't. Right.
Yeah. Let's bring on Natalie.
One was.
How are you doing, Natalie?
Hey guys. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm a bit.
What do you think of the lineup? Your lineup?
I've not really seen our bench much, but
your link's not very good, Natalie. You're cutting in and out, I'm afraid. Oh, she's gone.
Lost her again.
We lost her again. Let's have a look at some comments. So let's have a look. James, 1, 2, or 3-0 to the Claret and Blue. Well, James, give me your prediction now that you've seen our lineup. I'm still going for a 2-1. That's what I predicted. I'm going to stick to it. So do tell me what you think. What's the score going to be, mate? Where do you see this going?
I still want to say 2-1, but I'm now tempted to say a 1-1.
It's got draw written all over it, hasn't it?
Especially the way the results have gone. With everyone else dropping points, apart from Leicester, Everton lost, Tottenham have just lost, Chelsea lost, drew.
Chelsea drew. Yeah,
I can see both Solskjaer and Moyes just going, yeah, we'll take a point. I would rather go for the win, but the way we've lined up, it's difficult for me to be positive on it. Like you trust in Moyes, and we've been here before and said, you know what? But we've also been here before and said once every 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games he gets one wrong. He's due one. Is this going to be the one? I hope not. But I mean, Man United have got nothing on their bench either, to be honest.
I mean, they haven't, but they've got them all on. They've got them all on the pitch. They could do the damage by half time, couldn't they?
They could, but I mean, Rashford takes a kick to the ankle in the first 10 minutes and then goes off again, and then they're struggling. Yeah, they've gambled on him. They've gambled. He said he probably wouldn't make it till Thursday, and he's gone, no, I haven't got anyone. I have to play him.
Here's an interesting point from Hornswosler. Hello, mate. I hope you're well. We've got Antonio for this game. We were without him for the FA Cup, so hopefully he'll make a difference. Hornswosler, tell me now, mate. Now that you've seen the lineup with Antonio up front and with only Bowen supporting him, do you still feel the same way? Do you think Antonio has got his work cut out for him again? I can't help feeling I'm really, really trying to contain my disappointment because I don't want to be disappointed. It's not a season to be disappointed. To be disappointed. I wanted to see Benrahma play today. I thought, if anything, he would be the one supporting Antonio up front, which would have given Antonio an outlet. I remember saying this last season when we had Antonio just up front on his own with no support. The problem was every time we hoofed the ball to him, there was no one anywhere near him. And I can't remember what game it was. I think it was against Man City when Moyes decided to play Anderson just off Antonio. Do you remember the Liverpool game where we were poor and poor Antonio was left all on his own and couldn't do anything? And then in the next game, it was against Man City. He played Anderson closer to Antonio, and it was a different game. We still didn't win, but we gave them something more to think about. And this is why I think I would have rather have had Benrahma playing today. No disrespect, because I love Bowen. I think Bowen's great. I don't know if it's a game I would have wanted to see Noble play today, so I'm with you on that. I would have rather seen Benrahma in the number 10 with Bowen as well, supporting Antonio. Are we is Moyes doing it again where he's respecting these top teams far, far too much and putting us on the defensive? Basically, every time he tries to make us defend for 90 minutes, we don't succeed.
No, we have to have some sort of counter-attack on. I don't know if that's why he's gone for the wing and the width, and maybe that's why he's got Antonio and Bowen in. He's trying to make the midfield compact, maybe because, the influence Bruno Fernandes has. But I said as well, the thing is, if he plays Benrahma and then Benrahma gets injured or something, then he's got no one on the bench. So maybe he's thinking, I need options. Like, we all know we've got a small squad as it is. So with 4 Nows out, and then Lingard unavailable, and Yarmolenko out, and even so we say Fredericks and Masuaku out, for the positions in the team, he's now limited in what he can pick. So maybe he feels he needs options for the second half. He needs options to change it.
Let's confirm it again to you guys. Fabianski, Sofal, Diop, Dawson, Creswell, Johnson. We believe it's a back 5. Although if you look at different apps, it tells you different formations. Rice, Souček and Noble in the middle with Bowen supporting Antonio up front. And then our bench, as you've just highlighted, Matt, we've got Martin, Trott, 2 goalies named again, which must indicate that there's still probably some concern with Fabianski. This is the only reason why we believe that he keeps naming two goalies on the bench.
I'd also argue the fact that we haven't got anyone else.
Well, I think we have. I think we have.
Didn't the under-23s play yesterday?
They did play yesterday, but and the players that were pulled out of that team, in fact, they had a really good result. They had a 1-1 against Liverpool, and yet the likes of Alves and Coventry and Odebeko didn't play. You know, so it's quite interesting. They were they sitting on the bench in that game? I'm not sure.
No, I mean they're sitting on the bench today.
They're sitting on the bench today, yeah. So we got Balbuena, Alves, defensive cover, Coventry, Lanzini, Benrahma, midfield cover, and then Odebeko up front. So Benrahma, I mean, with being told that Lanzini is not fit, he had a knock. He probably just pulled through, I would guess. Being told that it is only Benrahma's the only option we've got attack-wise to change.
It's the first name you look at and go, he's going to change it.
Yeah.
Lanzini, is he just there to make up the numbers? You know, he's not fit, potentially not good going.
Yeah.
You said you think he might be injured, so he could literally be on there just to make up the numbers. Same reason we've got 2 goalkeepers.
Let's have another look at Man United. Let's take the ticker tape off so we can see the whole thing. So Man United, again, just to confirm, Henderson, Lindelof, Maguire, Rashford, Greenwood, Fred, Fernandes, James, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, McTominay. With their subs, as you've said, mate, not a lot there. Bishop, Grant, Alex Telles, Bailly, Tuanzebe, Williams, Matic, Ahmad, and Shortire.
So they've got 2 goalkeepers on the bench.
Yeah,
they got Killing Grant. They got Grant and Bishop. Telles is left back. Bailly is a centre back. Tuanzebe's right back, centre back. Sorry, Bailly is a centre back. Is that Brandon Williams? So that's a left back. So they've got 2 goalkeepers and 4 defenders on their bench. So again, they've got no options.
They've got one eye on. Yeah, but he's not going
to. They've got injury. They've got injuries as well. You know.
Let's have a look at their first 11 then. Let's have a look at their defence. Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, and Wan-Bissaka. Now,
bang average back 4.
Bang average back 4. But have we got enough to give them anything to worry about in our first 11?
Because Antonio's got pace. Straight away, yes. Because don't forget, if you go back to that FA Cup game, we played freaking Yarmolenko up front. And in the first minute, a ball went over Lindelof's head and Yarmolenko out-sprinted him to the ball. And that was the one time in the game we played ball over the top. And Yarmolenko won the race to get it. Listen, we didn't have Antonio last time. Wan-Bissaka's good going forward, but defensively he's got good recovery and he's good at recovering the ball, but actually defending one-on-one, he's not great.
He's their Fredericks, isn't he?
Shaw was actually under a bit of renaissance. You know, he's actually sort of come back to the forefront.
I like Shaw. I think he's a decent
because he really struggled under.
He struggled under
Mourinho,
because Mourinho just decided, Mourinho does what Mourinho does. He picks on a player, puts him right down.
Weren't in the favourites, and that was it. He was out of the team.
Yeah, exactly. So they're you reckon they're back 4 that we can get at them. Okay, let's have a look at their midfield because it looks as if they're going to play a 4-3-3?
Yeah, it's a 3.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got Fernandes, Fred, and
McTominay
in the middle.
They got 2 in front of the back 4, McTominay and Fred.
So really, the player there that we got to worry about. McTominay's decent. McTominay's decent, but it's Fernandes, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. But again, he's not been on form recently.
No. But yeah, he scored the winner against us in the cup.
That was wasn't that McTominay?
That was McTominay, yeah.
No, I'm sorry, I'm saying about Fernandes.
Oh, Fernandes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, he's not on form.
Okay. And then up front, Greenwood, Rashford, and James. Now, James is a bit of a dark horse.
I like him. Man United fans don't seem to rate him.
I like him. I wouldn't mind
maybe because he's not a Man United. He's not a big name Galactico fancy. He is rapid. But I think I said in the preview about they bought him off that one goal he scored in the FA Cup 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He scored for, was it Swansea? Was it against like Man City or Liverpool or something? It was against one of the big teams. I'm sure it was. He scored for Swansea and he ran the whole length of the pitch. Like they literally had a corner. It got cleared to the edge of the box. He picked it up and he scored like 11 and a half seconds or 12 and a half seconds later. He just ran the whole length of the pitch and scored. The only two I'm not sure about is Rashford and Greenwood. I don't know which way they're going to play because sometimes Rashford likes playing and cutting in from the left, but then Greenwood prefers playing on the wing as well. So I think you might find Rashford plays up front and maybe Greenwood sits on the wing.
Any three of those front players can hurt us, can't they?
You know what? I'm going to touch wood now because it's going to be Conte's curse and he'll score a frigging hat-trick. But Greenwood's only scored once this year. For all the hype he got off of...
in comes West Ham.
Well, don't you say in comes West Ham because the only goal he scored was against West Ham.
That's what I mean. Listen to look at this comment from Vinay. John Lyle would have played Benny, and the highest under Lyle was third, 4 points behind champions Liverpool in 1986. So the West Ham way is you do play your flair players and you support the flair players with some tough nuts. Now we've got some tough nuts in the team now. We've got the likes of Souček, Sofal, Rice puts his foot in, Dawson, etc., etc. If Benrahma had started today, he would have had enough people to cover him to do his runs, etc. No, I mean you look at that. John Lyle would have played Benny. John Lyle. I mean, can you imagine if we had an Alan Devonshire today? Would Moyes play Devonshire or bench him?
Well, mate, I'm just thinking. Imagine if we had like Payet today. Moyes would probably bench him, wouldn't he? And put nobody in.
Moyes would probably have benched him. Yeah, yeah. Moyes
for me, that's the only one that's kind of annoyed me because the Johnson can. We've seen Fredericks play on that right hand side of the attacking three, and we've seen Johnson play left fullback. So playing Johnson on one of the wings and Bone on the other, you'll get that industrial work ethic. So that's not a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you imagine, say we are playing the 4-2-3-1, and he's literally brought in Johnson to play on either one of the wings and Bone on the other, right? So essentially, we're matching up formations. Say what we'll be matching up formations again. We'll be matching up formations to Man United 4-2-3-1, right? Their centre attacking, their creative player is arguably on his day the best one in the league, Bruno Fernandes, the number 10. Our number 10 is Mark Noble.
But let's say again, Mark Noble had a decent game against Man United in the Cup.
You will always get like a 6, 7 out of 10 against Mark Noble, and you know what he does. He breaks up the play. The problem is, right, and this is nothing because I like Noble, but Noble is what Noble is now, or what Declan Rice is. But Noble done it 10 years, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Noble would be the guy to break up the play. Like if you go back to that 15-16 season with Payet, literally Noble's job that season was win the ball back and give it to Payet. That was it.
Yeah, and that was
it.
His
thing is being annoying, making annoying fouls, just getting tight, winding people up, winning the ball back and recycling it. But he can't do that playing number 10. Number 10, your job's to create. Like that's not Noble's. That's just not Noble's job. It never has been. Noble's been to recycle it for someone else to create. So playing in there, you're playing 3. And like I said, I still don't think we've won playing them 3 started this year.
No. Gary's comment here. Honestly, I'm not confident that this lineup is going to offer a real go at a win, and he's disappointed as well. So I think people are looking at this as a bit of a backs against the wall. We're going to try and contain them. English Yardy, why is he starting Noble? That's being negative. Is Fornals hurt?
He's injured.
Fornals is injured, people, so that's why he's not playing.
He's one of the ones they were talking about. Moyes was talking about the other day when he said we
having a knock.
Knocks. Yeah,
and he hasn't made it, unfortunately. No. And I think the difference being, and it's no disrespect to Mark Noble, we've got to really try and re-emphasise that.
We said, you pick and choose when you play him, and maybe Moyes is thinking that this game to play him. I don't think it is, purely because the players they've got sitting out on the injury table. A full strength Man United, I could kind of argue, well, you want to try and keep tight and compact for 67 minutes and have a go. But the amount of players they're missing, you've got to think. There's no Martial, there's no Cavani, there's no Pogba, there's no Van der Beek, there's no Mata. So they've got they've only got Fernandes. If Fernandes magically gets injured, they've got no creativity in the midfield. They've got a front 3 with one option to come on and replace them. They've got that kid Diallo. Mm-hmm. So if you've got ever times to go at them, it would have been now. And I just don't think for going at them, Noble's that player. No, we should be playing Benrahma from the start in that number 10 role when Noble's probably going to play.
And go at them. Have a go.
And with 20 minutes to go or 10 minutes to go, when we're winning,
we're winning
2-1, exactly. Then you bring Noble on to see out the game. That for me, he's a finisher. You see out the game with him. You don't start with him.
And here's the complete reverse to that, because I'm with you on that. I would have started Benrahma, had a right go at him, try and nick a goal, and then bring Noble on to sort of level it out.
See it out, yeah.
And then Hornswoggle is looking at it from completely the other way around. Noble calms us as we always start slow. Benny, etc., will be on in the second half. So he's seeing it from a very, very different point of view. My fear there, Hornswoggle, is for me, if you go 1-0 down to Man United,
you don't get back in it.
The game.
Yeah,
you don't get back in it. You're chasing it. You know, and that's why I think I'm with Matt on this. I would have gone for go for the jugular, try and get, you know, and I know it's dangerous. I know, you know, you're exposed, but this is what I said earlier. I think we've got enough tough nuts on the pitch in the side to allow Benrahma that freedom to run at Man United, because you've got the likes of Dawson.
It's exactly the way that Man United play. They've got McTominay and Fred sitting in front of the back four, winning the ball, recycling it, passing it out. So Fernandes can just run around and do what he wants. You won't see when Fernandes coming back. He'll be floating. He might attract about 30, 35 yards back, but he's the guy that's going to pick out the balls and lead the counter-attacks. And in the same way, that's where you'd want for us. Rice and Souček sitting in front, because even as like Jamie Carragher and Sky Sports are now admitting that they're probably, as a two, they're probably the best two in the league. Rice and Souček right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you leave them two to do defending. You don't need to bring Mark Noble in to add another defender.
No, that's the thing. You don't exactly. Neil says, I'm not bothering to knock Moyes' starting lineup anymore. Generally gets it right, to be fair. And this is why I'm trying to temper, you know, my feeling, because for all you know,
I'd rather moan about it and then he gets it right, and I'm like, you know what, I was wrong.
Yeah.
There's a reason we're sitting here in our houses talking on YouTube and not sitting on a bench managing a Premier League team.
Otherwise, we'd be picking 10 Benrahmas and 1 goalie. Crazy Cole. Moyes has always dropped bombs. He proves us wrong many times, and this is why I'm kind of okay. Let's be positive on this. Let's have a look at a few more comments. Desjardins, if I was a West Ham player, I would feel insulted that my manager doesn't believe in our ability to win. Do you think he's put out a side because he doesn't think we're able to win this game?
No, it's Moyes. Like I said last night, you know, they were saying about Man United have possession. The same way that we had the guys from Leeds on the other week. And they went, oh, we'll have 78% possession. It's like, yeah, but you don't understand that that's the way we play now. We don't want the possession. Moyes would be quite happy with 20, 30% every game. Or maybe 30 to 40%. Moyes will happily give you that 10, 15% extra every game. Because he doesn't want to play methodical passing game. He wants to be. Yeah.
He's not interested in possession. He's not interested in ball possession. He's interested in
dynamic counters.
Yeah. And here's an interesting comment from English Yardie. Is Noble a last-minute addition because Spurs are losing? Moyes, come on, mate. Negative football isn't good for us. Souček and Declan are going to be busy. Don't bring her on when win or lose. It's not a last minute decision. I was told earlier today quite a lot of stuff that wasn't right. But one of the things I was told was Fornals was injured. And I did start to think, is it going to be Noble? And if you look at the graphic I put up earlier, I put up 12 players because I couldn't decide whether the 11th player in the starting lineup was going to be Benrahma, Noble or Johnson. So it's turned out to be Johnson and Noble with Benrahma on the bench.
I'm trying to find this quote now because we've done the preview last night. And we've done the preview last night. We do the manager's comments. I can't remember which one it is. I'm looking at it because he spoke about Noble.
Spoke about Noble.
Yeah.
That one. Mark's decision will be whether he wants to. Is that the one?
Yeah.
And we were like, go on.
Me and Ant literally just said, like, look, at the end, the biggest thing about Mark is he's handled himself incredibly well, and when he's called upon, he's been very good as well. And as soon as he said that, me and Ant went, he's going to start him tomorrow.
He's going to start him.
And I was no.
Because I was doing the chat in the background, and when I read that, the bit where he was very good at Old Trafford a month ago, I said the same thing. He's going to start him. He's going to absolutely start him. And so it's been
I'm going to try and say is what I said the same time I said last time it didn't happen, was that, you know what? Put Noble in alongside Deck, right? and play Souček up front.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen either.
Because put Souček on Maguire, and then they've got to try. Lindelof's got to try and handle Antonio.
Yeah.
Maybe Souček will be expected to get forward more, but normally it just seems to be Noble playing the attacking midfield role, and he's not that player.
Here's a good comment. Vinay, I would prefer Coventry over Noble. Why not? I think that's a decent shout. Listen, people, please don't get us wrong. This is not a Mark Noble banging, sort of knocking session. It's not. I just think when we look at games like this, the only games that we've lost recently have been against so-called top teams, Liverpool, Chelsea, teams like that, Man United in the cup. And when you look at the team selection that Moyes puts out for those games, it kind of does make you go, opportunity missed. Yeah. And this is how I'm feeling about tonight, whether it's opportunity missed or not. And Coventry, he's a bit of an unknown source. It would be interesting, but I don't know if he'd be ready. But
Noble will do it. Being the long-term successor to Noble, but
that's the long-term successor. Yeah,
Moyes isn't going to just chuck him into an Old Trafford game.
We've got a guest coming on, so it'd be interesting to get another point of view on this. Good evening, James. How are you, mate?
Not happy with that team selection, gentlemen, at all. Disgraceful.
Tell us why.
I'll tell you exactly why. We're supposed to be competing for the top four. Is that right? Yeah. Are we competing for Europe here? Right. We're competing. We've got two attacking players on the pitch in Bowen and Antonio. That's it. What would you have done in that start? Let's get that starting 11 across the bottom, and tell us, mate, what would you have done otherwise? Right. Where's Benrahma? I said to you still the other week, mate. I said we're going to know.
You did, mate. You did.
What it's all about if Benrahma's not playing tonight with no Lingard in the team. Why is I love Noble, right? He's a legend at West Ham in my eyes. I've seen him grow up. He's the same age as me, right? But why is he in this game when we need to win this game? This is a game that if we win this game, we look like serious contenders, and we're playing like we're fighting relegation. That team looks like a fighting relegation team. Let's be honest here, gents. Like, you've got Antonio, whose fitness levels are up and down, and you're relying on Bowen, who's been out of form.
So why do you think he's gone with this lineup? It's containment, yeah?
It's to sit back and hope that we can get something, nick a 1-0. And then he can bring Benrahma off the bench for like 5 minutes again, like he always does, or 10 minutes or something ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? The problem we have with that team, and if everyone's looking at that team, is if Man United get through us once, then we've got to come out and we've got no attacking threat. Like the way I look at that team is that like a 5-3-2? Is he playing Bowen?
That's what we've been wondering. We're wondering whether Johnson will start in the same position as Fredericks did, supporting a back three. I don't think that's going to happen, but there's a logic to it because he could double up with Sofal against Rashford, maybe. So there is a logic to that, but I don't think that'll happen. I think I'm with Matt. I think it's going to be a back five. It's going to be a 5-3-1-1, basically. I think that's what's going to happen.
If you was looking at that team now, right, and you was thinking that we was fighting relegation, right, you'd go with that team. But we're supposed to be competing with the teams at the top, right? We've seen Chelsea drop points. We've seen Everton drop points. And we're going with a team like that with only 2 attackers.
Yeah.
Like Noble don't score goals, right? Souček box to box, right? And basically, is he going to go as a number 10? Right?
There's an argument that I think I'm with Matt on this, that I would have started Benrahma, with Noble on the bench. No disrespect to Noble. Gone for it. Let's see how it goes. Maybe nick a goal, go a goal. Well, nick a goal. We're there on credit, on merit. Maybe get a goal, and then when going in further into the game, that's when you bring Mark Noble on to shore things up and stabilise things. It's interesting though. Some of the people in the chat have been going, well, I can see why we've got Noble to stabilise things, and then bring Benrahma on to win the game. I'm kind of not in that.
Yeah, but the problem is though, still, we could be losing the game before we can win it.
This is the problem.
We could be we could be 1 or 2-0 down before like Benrahma gets on the pitch, and and it could be. I know I'm having a little bit of a rant here, but I can't believe that. I've seriously, I want someone to explain to me what Benrahma's got to do to get in this team. Like,
I mean, it was interesting. It was an interesting debate that we had, and I remember saying to you, I think Benrahma's time will come, etc., etc. And I have got to be honest, when the team news came out, it shocked me, because you're absolutely right. Without Lingard, who we know has kind of elevated us to another level, just one player alone, you would have thought this was Benrahma's opportunity to be given the opportunity to do what Lingard does. Get in their faces, close them down, etc., etc.
Exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. You can't put it any clearer. Like, if he can't get in a game when there's basically, look at that team. You've got 2 attackers. You've got 2 attackers, and they're both attackers. One of them's out of form, and one of them's fitness levels are not really up to scratch at the minute. And I just look at that team, and we're supposed to be fighting top 4.
If you wanted Noble to play, would you have maybe left Johnson on the bench and still put Noble in and gone with 4 at the back? Or
no, the way I look is I can't understand. And tell me if I'm wrong here. Right, we go to Manchester City. We play a 4-2-3-1 system against the best team in the Premier League and in Europe at the time. We are now gone to Old Trafford and we're playing 5 at the back against a team who are inconsistent at best. They have one good game,
good players out,
and they've got a load of their good players. Now, someone explain that to me, right, and tell me the difference, because I can't work it out. You could play Benrahma one side, Bowen the other, Antonio through the middle, and have Lanzini as a 10, or even just play Benrahma, Bowen, Antonio, and have Noble, Souček, and Rice as a 3-man midfield. There's loads of ways of doing it, but that to me looks like that's a setup to hold them for 70 minutes.
Yeah,
and then bring on the likes of Benrahma or Lanzini and
goal.
Yeah, I mean, if we get to half time still 0-0, that will be a blessing right now.
Matt, what do you reckon, mate? Why do you think he's dropped Benrahma? Is it because of the criticism he's given him late on in this week? Is it because of, as James is saying, he doesn't seem to trust Benrahma? What is the logic behind this? What we're trying to understand. We're trying to get into Moyes' head. Did he look at the Man U game a month? Okay, let's have a look at that. We have nothing to lose against City, whereas United a point is considered all the real. Do you think that? Do you think so? We had nothing to lose against City.
Yeah, we didn't. Whereas now, Moyes is thinking. As I said to you earlier, the way results have gone today, especially now with Tottenham losing, a point's not a bad result. But I worry that I don't think like you said, but I don't think we can defend for 90 minutes.
Yeah, we can't defend.
We could defend for 30 minutes. You could get yourself in front and then shut up shop for half an hour and maybe get a point out of it.
See,
but this is set pieces.
I'm sorry to butt in though, right? I'm sorry to butt in here, but for 30 minutes against Man City, we held them. They didn't have a shot on target, and then we're playing a 4-2-3-1 system. Like, if we're playing 5 at the back, right, and let's be honest, the goal they scored was a bit of an error on both parts from like Randolph not coming out fast enough and not a bit of class from De Bruyne. But let's be honest here, if we're not going to attack, we're set up to defend, and basically us to try and defend this to defend against them for 90 minutes, as Matt says, ain't going to work. I don't understand that comment about we're playing for a point up there. We're supposed to be Chelsea have drew. Yeah, Chelsea have drew. Everton have lost. Right, this is our moment now to go up there and stake a claim. And if we go up there and have a go, let's be honest here, right? If we go up there and we have a go and we lose, we can all walk away and go, right, like the Man City game. At least they had a go. Proud of the boys. Yeah. If we go up there 5 at the back and we end up getting destroyed, because we could do, let's be honest here, as West Ham fans, we could go up there and we could get absolutely mullered in the first half if we don't sort it out. Right, we're going to look at it and go, well, what's the point? Like, what's going on? Like, why ain't Benrahma playing? No disrespect, you're chucking Noble in against a fit, right, with like people who can run rings around him. This ain't Burnley or Palace.
Here's an interesting question: who's going to win that midfield battle? We've seen their 3 midfielders: McTominay, Fred, and Fernandes against Noble, Souček, and Rice. How balanced is that? Who's got the edge? Go on, James.
they've got the energy, ain't they? Let's be honest. Like one thing Noble's got, right? He hasn't got the energy like as Souček and Rice have. You know what I mean? I actually think, from what I'm looking at that team's pretty similar to how they set up in the FA Cup, and having Souček going and playing as like an advanced in number 10. Do you know what I mean? And trying to push him further up to support. But it makes no sense, lads. Like if you was weighing up the balance of this here right now, and you turned around and said to yourself, right, that team was set up for a relegation fight, and when we was going up there, I could get it. I could go, you know what? I totally get it. Yeah, we go up there try and nick something. Right, but we're going up there with 2 attackers and both out. Well, Antonio's like match fitness is a bit iffy, and Bowen's out of form. And like Benrahma comes off on the 72nd minute against Leeds and played arguably a pretty decent game in my opinion against Leeds. Right, do you know what I mean? And now he's just sitting on the bench yet again. It makes no sense.
Toby, I'm not ignoring your comments, mate. I'm trying to keep the chat going whilst looking at the things, because I was going to put this comment up, Toby. The only thing that surprises me, and that's what I was laughing about whilst you guys were chatting, is the only thing that surprised me is that you're all surprised. We should no longer be surprised by Moyes' choices, should we? Yeah. He does things that does make us go, hang on a minute, what? Now, he could end up proving us all wrong here, couldn't he? You know, but I do genuinely think he is going out to contain them, and we're not going to contain Man United, no matter what players they have on the pitch. I mean, we're not, are we? We're not going to contain them for 70 odd minutes. They will score, and that's when we'll start chasing the game. Will he bring Benrahma?
That's the only thing.
Unless we score first, yeah. With a, as you said, James, with a free kick, set piece, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically you're setting us up negative. Like, let's be honest. Yeah. Like, if we go back an hour ago, we was all optimistic about this game. We're looking forward to it and all that. As soon as that team's news comes out, let's be honest, 95% of the fan base are looking at it and going, "What the hell is he doing? Like, what is he doing there? Like, we're supposed to be competing. Like, would Everton set up like that? Right, I'll use it as an example. Would Everton set up like that? Would Tottenham set up like that? Would Arsenal set up like that? They wouldn't set up at 5 at the back against Man United. Like, they just wouldn't do it. So, do you know what I mean? I know we're not as good as them teams, but we are
interestingly, talking about their defence, because I chatted with Matt about this earlier, their defence is not the best, is it? We could have got them today, couldn't we?
Just think about this. Bowen, Benrahma, Antonio running at their defence. Say no more. You're running at like Lindelof, Maguire. Do you know what I mean? Let's be honest. Sure, everyone says he's had a good season, but he can be got at. He goes forward, and he's known for chucking in a tackle from time to time. Right? We've got not one tricky player on the pitch who's going to draw fouls or anything other than Bowen. It's disappointing, really is.
How much of a miss is Lingard going to be? I know he couldn't play anyway. But what sort of the one thing I've been really impressed with Lingard is that he presses from the front and almost forces them a team to play the ball quick, make errors, etc. Without him, who do you see, Matt? Who do you see is going to do that job?
That's the only thing I can think he's putting Noble for. But he ain't going to do that for 90 minutes. That's the only thing I can think. That's the only thing I can see why Noble's in that team.
Yeah,
it's to play that midfield three, because we always said the problem when he played alongside Rice was that he doesn't see it. No, he doesn't. Yeah. He gets attracted to the ball and he goes chasing it. So that's the only logic I can see Noble playing, is that he went, Noble's just going to run around the pitch pressing everyone for as long as he can go, and then someone else will come on.
He hasn't got the legs for it in the Premier League, has he?
Well, he done it for 20 minutes at Old Trafford, didn't he? Because I kept saying in the first game, is
this the problem that Moyes has? He looks at it, because I remember when he came back for the second time, and Fornals was on form, and he dropped Fornals and he started to play Lanzini again, who was completely out of form. And the reason why he was playing him is because he kind of remembered what Lanzini did for him the first time round. Is that Moyes' mindset? He kind of thinks, right, so Mark Noble, you did a job for me against Man United a month ago. I reckon you're going to do the same again. Is that what Moyes is thinking, James?
Nah, he don't trust Benrahma. Simple as that. Because when we go to Man City away, we play 4-2-3-1, and we play really well up there. Do you know what I mean? Now Now, now he ain't got no Lingard. He's got to make a choice about putting Benrahma in, and it just proves it. He don't put Benrahma in. He puts Mark Noble in instead. So it says it all.
Give us your prediction, mate.
I'm nervous, mate. Nah, I really am. I'm not even going to joke about it. I think we're going to get hammered. I do. I really do. I think we're going to. Yeah, I think what we're going to do, we're going to try and contain, and then we're going to make a silly mistake. Like Diop might make a mistake, or someone might make a mistake. They're going to score, and then we've got to come out then, and then it suits them down. They're going to counter attack us, and yeah, it's I'm nervous about this one. If we can get to half time 0-0, that's a start. Get to half time 0-0, and then assess it at half time. But do you know what? I want to see Benrahma, and I do want to see Benrahma. And if we're supposed to be going for top 4, top 6, and all that, top 4 and top 6 teams don't set up at 5 at the back at Old Trafford. I'm afraid. I don't think I've ever seen a team like in my lifetime. Like even Leicester wouldn't do it, and Leicester are up there, and like teams like Everton wouldn't do it. So why is it for us? It's because he don't trust Benrahma in my eyes. So I'm going to say, I'm hoping for a 0-0. Hoping for a 0-0. And that's the best I'm going to say on that. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think if he gets to half time and it is 0-0, do you think in Moyes' head he's been vindicated and he won't change it?
Good question, mate. If he gets to half time 0-0, you've got to weigh up the options still. You've got to look at it and say, do you want to win this game, or do you want to take a point from this game? Now, let's be honest here, and I've said this on Twitter and everything. If we go there and we take a positive result, i.e., a point or a win, like if we win up there, we are serious contenders. If we get a draw up there, we're still lurking around there, but we're not serious contenders. If that makes sense, do you know what I mean?
I get you.
And obviously, with Chelsea dropping points, Everton dropping points, ideal opportunity, isn't it?
And Spurs have dropped points as well. Spurs have lost 2-1.
That's what I'm saying. So he's set up negative to go up there. Now, get your money on 1-0 West Ham incoming. So that's what I can see happening. Right? But yeah, I'm nervous, mate. I'm nervous, big time.
Matt, what do you think, mate?
How's it going to go today?
How do you think it's going to go now that you've seen the? Yeah.
The only thing I'll say is that Man United struggle with set pieces. And that's clearly it looks like Moyes has gone, you know what? We're going to pack out that midfield. We're not going to give them any chance to pass through us. And we can do them on set pieces.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. And in fairness, that's how we've been doing. It's just, I can kind of see why he hasn't started Benrahma. I said the only reason I can see him not start Benrahma is we need something off the bench. And because he's like the only option off the bench.
And he is the only option. But as James has been saying, if you want an option off the bench, would you have started Benrahma and then bring Bowen on? Does he see? It's a weird one, isn't it? Because the option on the bench is Benrahma, which means that he knows Benrahma has got a more attack-minded promise than Bowen.
I think it's the work ethic that Bowen puts in, the tracking back and the tackling and all that. I think he thinks that he'll get more defensive joy out of Bowen. So we'll start him, and then Benrahma can come in the second half to do the business. And in fairness, I mean, look, for me, I'd rather have your best players on the pitch, get in front, and then try and defend it. Moyes has gone, put out a team that can compete and hang in the game. That's what this is. This is like trying to stay in the game. And then we'll make the 1 or 2 attacking changes I've got with 20 minutes to go and see if we can nick it. This is what Moyes has done.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Jumping on to what James has said.
If Lingard and Fornals were fit, I don't think he played his team. Sorry, if Fornals was fit and Lingard could play, he wouldn't have played the team's play.
Yeah, 100%. I was just going to say that. 100% agree with Matt what he's saying there. Right, if Lingard plays in this match, there's no chance we're setting up 5 at the back. And to me, that says it all. That he does not trust Benrahma at all.
To do the same job that Lingard does. Yeah.
Okay,
so let's say we're at still in this at 70 minutes. Does he go for it? Does he then bring Benrahma on, or will he keep it as it is? if we're still 0-0?
What does a
Does he
point?
want to win this? Is what I'm asking.
What does a point gain us other than a point? If that makes sense. Like if we win this game, it's a statement of intent. Do you know what I mean? If we go there and go right, we nick a win, we shoot up, we've got a game in hand. If we go to Arsenal next week, if we win that, we're right in the mix, right? If we draw this game, like it's as good as losing the game, if that makes sense in my eyes, because like we've got to go for it. Like because if we don't go for it and we sit back and we lose, then what's the point? Do you know what I mean? It's just negative.
We
isn't
win this today. We win this today. Game in hand over Chelsea, which could take us to, embed us into fourth place again, wouldn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, James. I totally do. I think it's going to be an
It just doesn't make no sense in my eyes. We've been playing well. We played well at City. We played last week, against Leeds. First 10 minutes was a bit iffy. 35 minutes after that was all right. Second half was a bit not great. But I would have thought they would have assessed that in the week. Coming up to this game, I'm thinking, right, Benrahma's going to play, Bowen's going to play, we're going to have Antonio, we're going to have a 3-man attack, we're going to go for it. And he's just set up like that. And it just, I know it's a bit, I know I might be coming across a bit negative, but I know what's coming. Do you know what I mean? And I know that, one thing with West Ham is, we might be the new improved West Ham, but there's going to be a time where we're going to make a mistake. And I'm hoping it don't cost us. Do you know what I mean?
The only thing I can say is that with Pogba out and with Pogba out, Cavani out, Martial out, it looks like Moyes has said, you know what? I've got faith in our ability to not be broken down so easily. And he's going to invite them on to come and do it. He said, you come break us down. I don't think you can do it. And then we're going to hit you in counter-attacks. We're going to do the set pieces and we'll get our goals that way. He's probably given them too much respect in the fact that he thinks they can play better football than we can, which they probably can. But it looks like he's gone. They haven't got the players. See, for me, I would go, they haven't got the players, let's go at them. But Moyes has gone, you ain't got the players, you can't break us down. We're the away team, we're not going to go all guns blazing. You come and try to break us down because I don't think you can do it.
Can I ask you a question?
Spin I can give.
Can I ask both of you a question? Does Moyes trust Benrahma? That's all I want to ask is, does Moyes trust him?
Go on, Matt.
I don't know. The comments he made the other day, I don't know. He's looking for something, isn't he? It's weird because it's a double-edged answer, because you can say, no, he doesn't trust him because he hasn't started. Or you can say he trusts him as a finisher and he wants him to come on in the last half an hour when everyone else is legging it. He wants him to get us over the line, because Moyes has always been a more pragmatic defend-first manager. So Moyes won't look at it and go, Moyes is never going to go into a game and go, you know what, we're going to go all guns blazing from the first minute. So Moyes is probably thinking, I need Benrahma, especially since there's no one else. If you look at that bench, realistically, Benrahma is your one proper attacking sub. So he's gone, I've got to save him because I need options. I need someone to come in and make a difference if things go wrong. So, I don't know. We'll find out today. If we go 1-0 down and he doesn't come on, then no, he's done. He doesn't trust him.
Because I was on the show with you, James, in the afternoon, and I said, yeah, he does. And I put the argument in that I didn't think Moyes would sanction the permanent buy or to even bring Benrahma to West Ham in the first place. So I thought, why would he go out and do that? And I said, Benrahma's time will come. But I do agree with you, though, mate. I thought today would be, knowing that Lingard couldn't play, I thought today would be the day when Benrahma will come into his own. And do I think he trusts Benrahma? I've got to be honest now and turn around and say, not yet. I think it will come, but I'm really, really, really surprised. I'm really surprised that he didn't start today, because this would have been prime. As I said earlier, that I was looking at the team today, and I've got some details about who would be out, etc. And I got up to 9 players that I thought would definitely start, and then the other 2 were a choice between Benrahma, Noble, and Johnson, and I couldn't decide out of those 3 who would take the last 2 berths. And I kept thinking, from what Matt said in the preview yesterday, etc., I kept thinking it's going to be Johnson will be in there. So then it was a choice between Noble or Benrahma. And then the comments that you put up in the preview, Matt, is West Ham United get behind the manager. We are behind the manager. We are, mate. But the comments that Matt and Anton put up last night when Moyes was praising Noble in the game against Chelsea, in the game against Man United, I thought, here we go. Noble starting. And I'm surprised. So, does he trust him? Maybe after the comments he's made about him, shooting wildly and all that sort of stuff. Maybe not yet. And it's a shame because he's going to need him. If we are 1-0 down, he's going to need him in the 79th, 80th minute of this game.
And that's the thing I can't work out, gents. Right? How can you need someone to come on and change a game, right? If we're drawing or losing, right? But he's not good enough to start, and that is the argument that I've been having on Twitter and everything else, and saying it. The boy carries the ball, he beats a man, and the way I look at it is, if you've got a player there, you're saying, you know what, you're going to come on for the last 20 minutes, and I need you to change the game for me. Why is he not starting? You know what I mean? You put your best players on.
I would, but also I can see that he's done it. He needs options. But if you go back recently, you look at Man United's results, they don't do well against teams that sit back. Palace sat back. They struggled against Palace. West Brom sat back. They struggled with West Brom. Big Sam put his bank of 4 and his bank of 5 out and left one up front. And Man United couldn't break them down. They scored 1 goal. I think they've done the same at Palace. So I can see what Moyes is thinking, but you got to think, for us, as where we are, you got to think we should be attacking more. But maybe because of the injuries, he's gone, you know what, we haven't got the players to do it. I still think as well that Benrahma won't be defensively as good as Bowen or Johnson. But I don't.
Toby reckons that
he to be defensive.
Toby reckons that we're all being quite pessimistic, and he wants us to.
We're going to win this on set pieces, mate. I have faith in it. I'm saying.
Well, ask Toby this, right? We've got 2 attackers on the pitch, right, and we're relying on our defensive midfield player, box to box, or Craig Dawson to nick a goal. It says it all, I'm afraid. But we need. We're supposed to be West Ham United, and we're supposed to be fighting for the top 4, top 5, top 6. The top teams don't go up to Old Trafford with a bank of 5. I'm sorry, but they don't do it. And if we're supposed to be a top team this year, and we're playing like a top team, and we're supposed to be going up to the next level of, as in class, we don't go up there with a back 5. And if we can go,
we haven't got there as a top team, have we? We've got there on 30% possession behind the ball.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Matt, and even you can vouch for this. We went 4-2-3-1 at City, right?
We had a go,
and we had a go at City. And
did we get any points out of the game?
But I would respect us having a go. I would take a lot more heart us having a go rather than us sitting back and going, you know what, let's play attack versus defence.
And here's to remind everyone of our team used today. And if we want to inject a bit of life into this match day live, I guess none other than the top Kilmarnock fan. Bring on Anton.
Come on, yes! Yeah!
Right. Thank you for that, Anton. Nice to have you on. All right, mate.
How you doing, James? All right, mate?
Give us something positive, mate. Tell us what you think about the team news. We're trying to be positive. We're trying to sort of understand Moyes' psyche. What are your thoughts?
I get it. I do get it. Of course I get it. I get it when we signed Dawson. I was underwhelmed. I get it when we've lined up against several teams this season. I've been underwhelmed. But it's got to be. So she's up to the computer stop for
Eamon's upset. It's going downhill because it's been an hour of negative pre-match. Oh, I don't think we have been negative.
The thing is,
trying to balance it out.
It's not been positive, has it?
The point I'll make is that how many times have we sat here, I suppose we could say, and kind of tore apart Moyes' team selection and formation, and this particular year, things have been different. You know, I can only think of maybe a handful of games. Like I said, I repeat week in and week out. Was it Brighton, Southampton, Liverpool game? Just a couple to name the few that really I was a bit like, oh, why did we not go for it? Like every West Ham fan thought of. Look in the comment in our private chat message then saying, because Luke's he's kind of all over the shop. He's 1 minute he's positive, next minute he's negative. But he said, he signed a contract. He's probably putting a word in the manager's ear going, do you know what? You've got injuries. I'm ready for this. Let me in that side. Listen, I'm not. I want to see Fornals. I want to see Benrahma. But after West Ham being in 5th position, I've just got to put the faith and the trust into Moyes. I get it. I get the frustrations. I'm there as well. But we are 5th in the league. And we are...
Can I ask Anton one question, though? But does Moyes trust Benrahma? Because this is the ideal moment to play him.
It is. Well, do you know what? I think it is for us. But then it just doesn't. Moyes just does his thing. You know, we done the preview last night, Matt, and we tried our best to guess the team. We alluded to the fact that Noble would start based upon the comments that Moyes had said in his press conference. But it's just the Moyes way that and I don't know. I just briefly heard what Stell was saying there about Benrahma before I came on, but I don't know. Like, I think he does trust them, yeah. But I think what he is saying is this team is not about one player. This team is not about a collection of one or two players. This team is about a squad, a full-blown squad. And if Benrahma can't handle the fact that he is getting kicked in and kicked out, which annoys me, and it annoyed me over the Haller situation. It annoyed me over that. You know, there's several players it's happened to, but, you know, it's just the way it is. But I think we've kicked off, have we not?
We have kicked off.
We are 38 seconds into the game, and West Ham in their away blue shirts, kicking from right to left. It's a throw on to Man United in deep in their own half. West Ham are just crowding the players, closing down pretty fast. Antonio's on the ball down the... Oh, nice back flick. And we can confirm that Johnson is playing on the left side. So it is a back five. So it is a 5-3-1-1. Nice interplay by West Ham. Antonio chasing it down. Corner ball, West Ham United. Here's the first set piece that we're all going to be proven wrong on. Antonio closed the ball down that looked like it was going out, and he managed to catch it, and he's got a corner out of it.
Right, I'm going to let you lads go, and so we can get a positive result, lads, and yeah.
You come on later,
Thanks for coming on, mate.
Or later if you fancy it, and tell us what you think, how you think it's going. Okay.
Mate, if it all goes curtains at half time, mate, I think the Twitter's getting deactivated. But yeah, take care, lads, and I'll catch up with you again soon.
Mate.
Take care, mate.
Bye.
Take care.
Just want to check do a time check, lads.
Can't see the time right now.
I can't see the time right now either, so that's a positive sign. But Souček's on the ball in the middle of the park, yeah?
I've got 31, 32, 33, 34.
Yeah, I'm on the same,
Yeah, same.
So that's Rashford coming forward with the ball, out wide to Greenwood. So it is Rashford starting in the middle, Greenwood right, Dan James left. It does look like Johnson's playing left wing back. I think, Bowen looks like he's playing number 10 in behind Antonio. So it is, like he says, there were 5-3-2, 5-3-1-1. But we started pressing quite high.
Get rid of it. Fabianski.
Well collected.
Anyone that hasn't watched our match day live, when Anton commentates, he usually does the whole get rid of it, go for it. Doesn't tell you who's on it, who isn't on it.
That's an absolute lie. That is an absolute lie. I actually tell you the full-blown commentary. Do you know what I do? I actually do that when used to go off on crazy tangents about random stuff.
Man United on the ball.
Who's on the ball still?
Declan.
West Ham are on the ball.
Man United are on the ball.
No,
West Ham are on the ball.
Ball down the line.
Ball down the line.
Tries to find Bowen. Man United have intercepted though.
There you go. Thank you for that, Reese.
Oh,
you literally always shout, get rid of it.
Who does?
Declan's on the floor.
He's talking about you.
Oh, that's not good.
Talking about you.
Painful. Oh, he got up. He's back down again. Oh, this ain't good.
Oh, that's not good.
He's going to be fine.
Left one in on him.
Oh, that is fucking horrid, mate. He fucking went right through him. It's
coming together, and it's an impact injury. It's not a muscle injury. It's impact because he's just.
What, Toby boy? Look at that comment. Sorry,
Anton's far and away the only one even close to actually commentating on the game. If he's not on, I'm not watching. Toby, it's the last time I have you as a guest on my show, mate.
Man United in the right back position, bringing it forward with is that Dan James? Yeah, inside to Bruno Fernandes, switching it across to Luke Shaw.
Switched over. Lucky that ball got there to Shaw on the other side.
Forward to Rashford, who's now dropped out to the left-hand side. So they are really interchanging the front three. Man United. Back into
Declan okay. That McTominay challenge was a bit naughty, I think.
He's fine. Race is fine. Right, what time are we on? Time check, lads.
5:24.
Matt?
5. Well, now I'm on 5:30.
Right.
Yeah. So, ball back with Man United. Fred lays it out wide to Shaw.
I don't want. I'm too scared to say, lads, but I think my laptop is working.
Oh, it is. You've been saved. Fred in the middle of the pitch, looking to.
Dino's on 6 minutes. You're 2 minutes ahead of us. You can't be. Dino.
Back up wide to. We're on 6 minutes, so he's not that far in front.
6. Yeah, but Dino wrote about a minute ago that he was on 6:20. Wan-Bissaka on the ball, out wide, missed. Throw on to West Ham United. So we are playing a 5-3-2-1, people. Oh, sorry, 5-3-1-1 with Johnson wing back on the left. The three in the middle, Souček, Rice and Noble. Bowen kind of veering over to the right-hand side, but kind of just behind Antonio.
I was about to say 5-3-1-2. Did we manage to sneak an extra player on the pitch?
Yeah.
Matt, did you not call the back five after the last performance, the second half against United in the FA Cup, didn't you?
I did say that back in, didn't
he? Yeah.
But, I mean, I did have, you said about Noble, I thought it'd be one or the other. I didn't think it'd be both. But Man United bringing it forward, Fred in the middle, laying it off to McTominay. McTominay looking to spread it wide to Luke Shaw. Plays inside to Rashford. Rashford brings it forward. Edge of the box, well intercepted by Diop. Diop lays it off, plays a 1-2 with Bowen, back into Bowen again. Back to Soufal. Soufal trying to sneak it up the line. West Ham play it well. And it's intercepted by Harry Maguire and West Ham throwing.
That's true, Riggs. I always manage to get an extra player in somewhere, don't I?
And it's gone back out for Man United throwing.
Anton, did you see my message? Oh, Anton is gone. I thought he was. He's gone. He's not with us, is he?
His camera's frozen or something. He's blacked out now.
He
It looked
spoke
like he
too
was really
soon.
bored the way that froze
Yeah,
on his
that's
screen.
what I was thinking. I thought he was reading something. His laptop. We've lost
In behind-
Anton, people.
In behind Soufal to Rashford, lays it back to Shaw. Shaw 25 yards out, driving into the box. Across to the back post, headed out by Creswell.
Way by
Back to Wan-Bissaka. 1-2 with Fernandez.
still a bit of pressure on.
Looking to work it into the box. Inside to McTominay. McTominay back to Greenwood. Back to Fernandez. Out to Fred in the middle. Back out wide to Bruno Fernandes. Ooh, I think he's just frozen now. Oh.
There's a lot of defending going on with West Ham. Mark. Frozen Anton better than ever. Reads, my laptop works. Scottish sarcasm. Back to the keeper. It's a lot of defending. We're sitting quite deep, West Ham United. We're allowing Man United to come to us.
I just had to
Ball
reload.
played
What time are you
early.
on?
I'm on 9:30.
I got 34, 35, 36.
Yeah, you're about a second ahead.
Yeah, all right.
Mark,
just
I've
froze,
got your
I had to
message,
reload
mate, and I'm going to invite you on. So hopefully it won't be, I'll be doing the West Ham Weekly tomorrow night, Monday night. But there's so much to talk about. I won't be
Fred.
having a guest on then.
Or try to spray it out to Rashford. Intercepted by Soufal. Was put it out for a Man United throw-in. A lot of these big diagonal balls Man United are playing at the moment, trying to stretch the play, which is going to be
Trying to
difficult when you're
stretch the
playing five at the back. Maybe Moyes knew what he was doing still. Maybe Moyes knew what he was doing when he picked the five at the back.
Oh, mate, don't.
He thought, you know what, I'll play the five at the back and they're going to have difficulty stretching the play out. Into Bruno Fernandes again. And again,
this is the thing.
that big
This is
stretching
the thing
play out to
I'm
James.
afraid of, Vinay, that we kind of, you know, it's
This
going
is
back
why
to when
we were
Moyes would
being
first
quite
return to West
negative.
Ham. But you know what?
We
You
could all
never
see it
know.
coming. And what did I say, Stel? Like once every how many games is it that Moyes gets one wrong?
Yeah. Well, let's hope it's not this one. But he has set us up to defend an awful lot.
Anyone, let us know if you did. Please send it in if you did get one. We'll plaster it. We can use that as like the new. We'll use it on the new intro. We'll chuck Ant's frozen.
McTominay just outside the box, trying to dink it into
Dawson.
Fred. Well played.
Oh, risky pass.
Well
But it's
played
gone
by
out to
Dawson.
Johnson. Yeah, it was a risky pass. Johnson
It's
down
funny,
the line.
Gary, because I just sent Anton a private message at that moment. So I thought he was just reading it, which is why he had that expression on his face.
Because he was like, just from this, like. I was thinking, you know what I was thinking of? I was like, he's being awfully still right now. Ball into the box, overhit. That's Fabianski.
Goalie's ball.
Yeah, I was thinking he's been awfully like he was like dead still. I was like, he's been really silent as well. What's going on? It's like, and then you went, oh, he's frozen out. I was like, oh. Literally right on cue with, oh, my freaking laptop's working. And no, it's not. Creswell into is that It must be Dawson. Dawson out to Diop. Diop out to Soufal.
No, that's Declan in the middle there, isn't it?
That's what I was about to say. Is that Declan? I was like, where's Dawson gone?
Yeah, that is Declan.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
He dropped into the back five.
Diop is out on the right.
Maybe they were just trying to push further up one side. Maybe that's what they're going to do, is try and push us up higher. Soufal on the ball. Back to Diop. Diop back to Soufal. Soufal up.
We don't know what's happened to him, Scott. I'll message him when I get a minute. English Yardie. Johnson's given the ball away too much. Calm down. He did have a difficult pass there. But well,
Bruno Fernandes.
We've just
well
given
played,
the ball
Johnson.
away now by Noble. Well played by Johnson.
Good ball,
there.
Johnson. That's to Antonio. Antonio looking to run at Lindelof. Just kick it past him and run, Antonio, because he ain't got the pace.
Keep it, Antonio. Keep it.
Oh, he tried the really awkward.
Yeah, that was
he tried
to
play an outside of the boot cross across the front of the edge of the penalty box to pick out Bowen. Man United have played a raking ball from left to right, out to right back. Diop's done well to hold off Greenwood.
Well played. So this is quite interesting because Diop looks like he's gone.
He's tucking out right when Soufal goes forward, and Deck's tucking into the middle, so it's still a five at the back.
Right.
So they're trying to make sure it's always a 5 at the back. It looks like.
SA, if you're playing for West Ham United and doing all the running that he's been made to do, you'd lose a lot of weight too, mate. He does look slimmer though. It's very true.
Well, yeah, they'll say all the running he does. Because I know there was a while back they said that even when we had rest, like days off, like when we always gave the team days off, that Soufal and Souček would still be in training.
Yeah.
And I don't know what podcast it was on, or if it was where the interview was, but I know they spoke to Rice after the game last time, after the cup game, and they said that when they got the stats the next day, they'd done a stat and it said that Souček had run like 17.5 kilometres. And Deck was like, they all said to him the next day, like, Tom, that's not normal. You shouldn't be running that much in a game. But he covered 17 kilometres. So, yeah, you think how much the two of them run, and then they do all the training as well.
Very true.
That surprised me.
Toure, this is a good comment, mate. No one in the lineup can take a ball and go forward. And this is the concern. And what we're doing is we're kind of like hoping that Antonio can get the ball and hold it up so support can get to him.
McTominay.
And I think this is the thing that we've been talking about before the game. When someone like Benrahma in the team would have had that's a foul. Would have had that pace.
Has he not been booked for that?
Yeah. No.
Has he not been booked for that? He just trod on his foot.
Yeah.
Jeff said he's cut back on the potato
cynical,
salad.
Actually, that's quite cynical.
So has he not been booked for that? He just trod on Bowen's foot. Yeah, he said he's cut back on the potato salad. That's why he's got slimmer.
But if you look at that, the only person ahead of him was Antonio. But anyway, let's not, 15 minutes into the game, still 0-0. We still haven't had that.
We've contained them quite well, and that's what I said. It's what it's going to be. It's going to be containment. West Ham.
It's what we can do going forward, Matt, isn't it? It's what we can do when we go forward.
Noble Antonio into Dawson. Souček back out to Antonio. He's sort of running down the blind alley. He's given it away to Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, he should have laid that off to Johnson.
Henderson
back to the keeper. Henderson whacked it up.
Dawson wins a header, and then Bowen plays it. Bowen.
That's a West Ham throw.
That's Ben Johnson. I just combined it and made Bowen. Johnson plays it off of Dan James for a throw-in, which Creswell will take. Yeah.
61 possession by Man United, but no surprise. No surprise.
No. Creswell throw-in. Antonio loses out on the header. McTominay into Rashford, who gives it away to Johnson. Good play there. Johnson then plays it in. Oh, looked for the hard pass, but he's got a break of the ball to Noble. Noble bringing it forward, playing it out wide to Soufal. Back to Noble. Noble back to Rice, who's actually, like you said, he's
very deep. He's almost playing centre back. Declan is.
I said
he's playing very deep.
So when the fullbacks are going forward, when Johnson and Soufal are getting forward, Deck's dropping into the back of the back three, so it's still a back five or back four. Diop's almost tucking in at right back.
But where's Creswell then? Forward. So Creswell is out wide.
On left back, when Johnson goes forward. And when Soufal goes forward, Diop's tucking out wide, and then Deck's dropping into the middle, still make sure it's a back five.
So I can see it's a very, very defensive-minded setup.
Oof. David De Gea with a poor clearance into Bowen.
That was Henderson, mate.
Yeah.
Antonio.
I'm making up names. I've been there the last 5 minutes. I keep saying the wrong name. Johnson through to Antonio. Antonio holding it up well. And then I think he's won a throw-in. Yeah, he got a throw-in to West Ham.
0-0, 17 minutes gone, containment. Not a lot going forward at the moment for West Ham United. The comment that was made a little bit earlier by Toure, we haven't got anyone to really carry that ball. Antonio all the way back to Diop. So it's just a very, very interesting way we've set ourselves up. Very interesting way. Get it, Johnson. Johnson just missed out. He gets it back on the second time. Creswell whips it in.
Go on. Oh, he's dealt with that well.
Oh.
He's dealt with that well, the goalkeeper.
Creswell gave Henderson a lot of problems there.
It was crossed in. I think West Ham players. So it was crossed in, wasn't it? And it was, I don't know who, someone won the header, didn't they?
Bowen's still down.
He's still down, Bowen.
Yeah.
He had a harsh landing there. He's holding his ankle again.
Oh, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good
he
either.
Knocked out to Creswell. Takes a touch. He whips it in.
Creswell whipped a great
I
cross
think he's offside anyway. Takes deflection off a Man United player, and Henderson comes flying out. And
the way Bowen went down there, he stomped down on his foot. Oh, that ain't good. That's going to jar the ankle, the knee.
Hopefully it's just the impact, but it didn't look great. The way he landed.
The way he landed. It's the way he landed.
I mean, the feet, he's having a feel. They're stretching it out. Can't say much to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper come and cleared the ball out. He done his job. It's just the way the way Bowen landed afterwards.
Quattro, if I be honest with you, if we get a goal from a set piece and that's our winning goal, more than happy.
We need at least one set piece to go level with Everton again for king of the set pieces. So we need at least one. It was probably feel comfortable if we scored 2 or 3 and they came from set pieces. Bowen's he's walking at the moment.
He's walking. It doesn't look anywhere near as bad as the way he landed. The way he landed, it looked like he really jarred his knee.
Yeah.
So all credit to him for being okay.
Yeah, he's jogging again. He should be all right. Just look, this was impact again.
So 20 minutes gone. West Ham United, Man United 0, West Ham United 0. Don't have an awful lot going up front. Good defensive containment. You can see what Moyes is doing, setting up the team. That was a terrible ball, crossfield ball.
It was nearly as good as the tackle from Noble afterwards.
Mark, we can't live and die by set pieces, but as it goes, we'll take them at the moment. And if that's going to win us games, not pretty, but there you go.
Lindelof on the ball out to Wan-Bissaka on the halfway line. Wan-Bissaka into Fred. Fred looks to turn. Big spraying ball out again to Luke Shaw on the far side. Looks try and play it in. And is that Dawson just absolutely
skewed by
once twice? Deck, wasn't it? Sorry, Deck again.
Declan. That was Declan again, who's dropped into a centre back position again.
It's
almost, Matt. It's almost as if we're playing with 4 centre backs with Declan going all the way back, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got Diop, Dawson, Declan, and Creswell. It almost looks like we're playing with 4 centre backs.
Johnson and Bowen playing as like wingers.
Johnson and Soufal playing as
as like wing backs. But like Creswell playing left back, Diop playing right back, and the 2 of them playing in front of them.
Do you think that's overkill, Matt? I understand it, but do you think that really exposes us in the midfield? We'll be conceding possession, which we knew anyway.
If you look at the way they lined up a second ago, good ball, good tackle. You had the back 5, but then you had Rice sitting in front of the back 3. And then you had Noble and Souček sitting in front of him like a triangle. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just when we attack, they're trying to make sure we cover for whoever the attacking fullback is.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the thing is. We don't want to lose that spacing when the fullback goes forward, because obviously they're going to have to attack Johnson and Soufal. So maybe he's thinking one of them will...
But herein lies the problem, Matt. We drop too deep. We defend really well.
Or
Maguire wins the ball.
Maguire wins the second header.
It's been
Maguire wins
a bit of headball tennis going on at the moment. It's out wide again.
Whipped in from Shaw.
Shaw whips it in.
West Ham win it again. Johnson clears
away
it.
by. But herein lies the problem, Matt. Now look. So we've defended that really well. We're expected to do that for 90 minutes. There's nothing
it's gonna be a long
on the breakaway.
game.
It's going to be a long game.
Like
nothing on the breakaway whatsoever.
With Bowen and Antonio, like... I mean,
Man United have got 4 players at the back and they're defending against 2, really. So the ball's being played in. Rashford out wide to Shaw, back to Rashford.
So it's Fernandes
on the ball. Back to Rashford. Little 1-2s going on everywhere.
Good clearance.
Whipped in there. Good clearance, that. Get it. Come on, Antonio. Wake up. Give him the ball away again. That was a poor pass.
Deflected. But look how deep Antonio is there. He's on the edge of the box. Our box. Who's on the counter-attack?
No one. That was such a terrible ball by Antonio.
I get what he's doing because he gave the ball away and he's trying to track back to make up for it. But in that position, when Fabianski wins that, we have no chance of a counter-attack because Antonio's dropped 50 yards to sit on the edge of our own penalty area.
Quattro were essentially playing to United's tune. We're giving them all the possession. We kind of expected that. Mark, absolutely miss Lingard. When we buy him permanently next season, he'll be playing in this game. Scott, rather defend well and take our chances on set pieces and build up play than run around and get torn to pieces on the fast break. That's what would happen. I'm not so sure I'd agree with you on that, Scott.
Out to
Fernandez on the ball, Greenwood on the ball.
Post. Oh, wide.
Oh, that was a miss.
That's a sitter. That was a sitter for Rashford, and he's entirely misheaded it. That's the first real chance in the game. It's taken 25 minutes, but
it was a really good ball. I tell you what, that was a bad miss.
He should have done better. It was poor from Rashford, that.
What happened, mate?
I spoke too soon.
Did the laptop crash again? Seriously?
Yeah, I've been watching the game on my phone, but
right.
I need. I'll get it. I'll send it. I'll get it sorted tomorrow. So I'm not going to do anything else because I went in to do something. So I'm just going to leave it.
We didn't realise. We just thought you like just froze like this.
Oh shit!
And I thought he was reading something, and he went, "Oh no, look, he's gone. He's crashed again."
Did you see the miss? I mean, that was a let-off.
From Rashford.
I said, from Rashford.
It was, mate. But do you know what? 25 minutes in,
that's the first chance.
It's the first chance, and we've actually see how calm we are coming out from the back.
Yeah,
I know they're pressing. I get it. I know they're pressing, but we've actually held the ball really, really well. I know.
I would disagree with that, mate. Totally disagree.
No, in the back,
I don't think we've held it well.
In the back we have.
But then when we break, there's no speed. Arturo said it earlier. There's no one to hold the ball. Frozen 3 by Disney stuff.
So in the game at the moment, we're not just round on. There's nothing going on. I don't know if is that a concussion check or something else. Maguire's down in the centre circle. He's sitting up, but they're sort of touching the back of his head and his neck. I'm not sure what's going on. Touching
his jaw and his neck, I think.
Anton, do you think you can keep it going for about 15 minutes?
Yeah, if I don't touch anything.
Stella's got to eat his dinner.
I need to go and eat.
Yeah. Do you do that during a game when you're there?
Would you? I can watch the game and eat. Yes, mate.
No, would you leave your seat? Actually, you would. You would leave your seat.
Would I leave my seat? Well, I've got to go and cook food. Yeah.
20 minutes.
I would starve for this club.
No, you wouldn't. You lying git. You're absolutely lying git.
Off you go.
I would starve for this club. Here's the man who messaged me last night begging.
See you later. Let's hope it lasts. Okay. What? Oh, was that? That was just the ball to his face, mate. I don't think Antonio touched him. Yeah.
Because I didn't actually, because my stream died, so I was like, I was refreshing it, and then when it come back in, I just see Maguire sitting on the floor. I was like, what's going on?
Are you 27, 14, 15? I don't
know what's going on. It keeps dropping out. I don't know if it's just me, but it keeps like stuttering and freezing. So I have to keep refreshing it. So I'm just refreshing it now.
Jared Bowen's got the ball, feeds it out to Creswell on the left, pings the ball forward, tries to find Antonio. Maguire's back in the park and gets the ball. McTominay starts to build from the back from Manchester United. They've gone out left. They're kind of they're trying to go down that left-hand side with Luke Shaw, aren't they?
I said still, it's almost like Moyes knew they were going to try and exploit the wings. And that's why he played the 5 at the back.
Yeah.
So I'm on 53, 54, 55, 56.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally a split second. I'm going to quickly...
Man, like looking out to left-hand side again to Shaw. They really are trying to get balls in from that side. Played it into Rashford. Rashford looks to work one into the box. Headed up and out by Dawson. Into Souček. Oh, he's laid it back off to Rashford. Back to Shaw. Into Fred. Fred back up wide to Shaw. Shaw into... Is that Fernandez?
Yeah.
Played it into the box.
Greenwood just coming inside to the box. Noble clears it out for a Man United corner. Yeah, what I was trying to say was I felt like we were building up really well, decent from the back, but we were obviously lacking that threat up top. It's a big difference when you don't have a player of Lingard's quality.
Did you see when Antonio, like, the ball came into him? I don't know if you saw it a couple minutes ago. He came into him and he tried to lay it off the deck and he laid it short. And then he went chasing the ball again because he gave it away. And it ended up going out for, I don't know, I think it ended up like getting deflected in Fabianski's hands. But at that point in time, Antonio's like on the edge of our box trying to defend it. And you're like, well, if we won the ball now, there is zero chance of a counter-attack. Yeah. Because Antonio's dropped back into the edge of our own box.
Yeah, you can see the difference. So look where we are. Look where all our 11 players are. Man United are on the attack out left with, I think it's Greenwood.
Clever ball. Plays it in.
Fabianski done well. He's done well, Fabianski. But what's happened there then is all 11 players are, what?
35, 40 yards away?
Yeah, halfway between the halfway line and the goalkeeper. All 11 players are back. So we are sitting deep. There's no ifs or buts about it. But well, I mean, it's not been an awful performance or anything. I'm actually being intrigued to see the possession. The possession has been.
There's just Man United come forward again. Fernandez into Greenwood. Greenwood 25 yards out. Blocked by Diop. Fabian trying to get there. It's panicked. He's been closed down for Rashford. He's hooved it up the pitch. But again, look, he's cleared that up just inside Man United's half. It's gone out for a throw, but there's no one up there. What are we supposed to offer when there's no one there?
Yeah, but that particular...
I don't expect him to get that ball. That was going straight out of play.
Yeah.
But in that camera shot, you had the centre.
But you can see it now. No, but look at the lineup now. Look. That's just what you're trying to say is when you look at Man United just coming across the halfway line, look where West Ham positioning is. Yeah. Rashford's gone from distance and it's gone out for a Man United corner.
You've got Maguire and Lindelof just chilling, having a freaking Tia Maria or something with the deck chairs out on the halfway line because we've got doing nothing any other way. You know, they got the sombreros out, and they got their cocktails, they got their beach chairs out on the halfway line because like any time a corner gets cleared out, come back to Fred. Fred goes back to the halfway line to Wan-Bissaka into Rashford. Back to Wan-Bissaka into Bruno Fernandes. But there's just nothing. There's nothing going the opposite direction. I don't know how long we can hold out at this. Fred wide on the right-hand side. But
it's not an onslaught.
Fernandes whips it in. Overhit. Shaw's going to keep it alive at the back post. Shaw in again. Deflected. Now West Ham can try and counter. Bowen up against Wan-Bissaka. Plays it down the line for Antonio. And Antonio's offside.
The thing is, though, for the fact that we're sitting back, it's not an onslaught. It's not,
but it's just there is no outlet. There is no outlet to go the other way.
But this is where Moyes is probably, 14 minutes in, still 0-0 at Old Trafford. The game's pretty even in terms of possession. They've had one chance. Is it one chance and goal?
That bit, there was that. Well, it wasn't. I don't know about on target. There was that one big chance from Rashford, wasn't there? When he had it wide, when he should have done better.
Pings the ball, McTominay over to Luke Shaw on the left. Tries to 1-2 with Rashford. He's got it. Rashford again. Back to Maguire. Maguire tries to bring the ball forward. Head up, looking for some possession. Fred finds Fernandes. It's gone out wide to Rashford on the left-hand side. He's taking the ball forward. Oh, tried to do something funky there, but it's found its way to Luke Shaw. It's going all the way back to Maguire again. Man United start and try and build again. Bowen's done well. Dispossessed them.
Here we go.
It's 3-on-3. 3-on-3. Go on, Bowen. Cuts inside. Look at the run from Souček. It's too late. Finds Declan Rice.
Just behind him. And that was the first time we've offered a little something.
Yeah.
And now it's straight out on that far side again to Rashford.
To Rashford, who's just 1-on-1 with Soufal. He's going for the attack on Soufal. Soufal standing up to him. Stood up. Rashford still on the ball at the edge of the box. Fernandes. Out to McTominay. Back to Fred. Out wide to Rashford, who tries a little dink. He gets the ball. Dawson clears. Souček and a big clearance.
That was the first time we've offered really anything going the opposite
Well
way.
done, Jared Bowen again. He's everywhere. Oh, is that stayed on side? Is that Greenwood?
Yeah,
On the edge of the box on the left-hand side. Fred ties it back heel to McTominay. Great tackle. Great block from Rice.
Good block.
Antonio's got the ball.
Roll him.
He's got no one else, though.
There you go.
That's it. Johnson.
Go.
Left-footed through to Antonio. Oh, he's pinged it. He's been taken down.
Oh, that's got to be a
Goes for
booking,
a free
surely.
kick. Yeah. What's our subs, mate? What are our subs? I'm having a quick look while this is happening. Right, Benrahma, commentary,
That's one for
BQ,
the team right
Lanzini.
there.
Got you.
That's taking one for the team right there. From Wan-Bissaka.
So let's see what everyone's saying. While we're... I thought, yeah, loads of comments in there about Noble. I think Noble's been all right.
Noble does what Noble does.
He's played it down the wide.
Take it quick.
Declan Rice. Cleared from Man United. They're still in their own box, but Rashford drives the ball forward.
Looking to counter-attack now.
Is that Fred on the right-hand side, just over the halfway line? Finds Rashford back in the halfway line, switches the play completely to Fabianski. That will do, West Ham. That will do. I'm not disappointed so far. I'm being honest, mate. I get the outlet. I get we're sitting here going, where's the outlet up top? But so far from this performance, I'm not massively disappointed. This is nothing like the Liverpool game, nothing like the Fulham game.
The only thing I'd say is I don't think our delivery on a set piece has been good enough so far.
So far, but mate, we're
if
already
playing a game based on set pieces.
Yeah.
The delivery on them's got to be a lot better.
But look at our passing. I mean, Noble's got the ball, feeds the ball across field to Dawson, goes across to Creswell. He's had to ping that forward, to be fair. Antonio's done the flick on, though. He's done well. Johnson's gone for the overlap, but Wan-Bissaka's fed the ball back to Henderson.
That's a good ball out.
Yep, Fred in the middle of the park. Feeds the ball straight through to Rashford. Oh, get rid of it, West Ham. He's saying, what a save from Fabianski. What an unbelievable... I don't know who that was that took the shot. Was that Greenwood? Greenwood's collected the ball. Fernandes played the ball to Greenwood, put it onto his left foot, but 18 yards out. Shoots. It's going into the bottom right-hand corner. No ifs or buts about it. Fabianski, full stretch, fingertip, puts it onto the post and it goes out for a corner. What an unbelievable save, Matt.
Should be 1-0. Like, for all we say about...
From that.
For me,
not from that.
Yeah.
For the Rashford chance.
No, I'm thinking for that.
What a save, though, mate.
Oh, no, that's what I mean. Like, Fabianski would have a top draw save, but I'm just saying, I think if that's not a Greenwood, if that's a Bruno Fernandes, maybe, or a Rashford, I think, or Martial.
I don't know, mate. He has picked that corner. I mean, when you're a footballer and you're driving towards a goal, you're told if you pick the corner, you've got to put it in the postage stamp. You've got to pinpoint perfect. Like, that was a full stretch fingertip save from Fabianski. I get it, but I'm much.
It's a big chance for him. Oh no, Fabianski's done phenomenally well.
I think Rashford is more Rashford header, mate.
They've had two big chances in this game for all the sit back defending, being compact we've made.
West Ham are sitting even deeper now.
You know, that chance has scared them. They were like, look, see, this is what happens when we go forward for a little bit. They get a chance.
Yeah, Rashford on the left. Puts the ball onto his right foot. Finds Fred in the middle of the park. Plays the ball through to Shaw. Fernandes on the ball. Back to Fred. Plays it out wide to Wan-Bissaka, who goes out even wide to James, back to Wan-Bissaka. West Ham pressing them, pushing them back further up the field. Declan Rice nearly dispossesses it, but Wan-Bissaka's got the ball again. McTominay on the right-hand side. Fernandes chips the ball forward to Rashford, who's unmarked. He's unmarked, but he had a lot of work to do.
Could have brought that down.
I'm surprised he could have brought that down.
Could have brought that down.
He's headed that from what, 10 yards out, mate?
Might have been offside.
He was going to be offside. Yeah, he was offside.
He had a chance to bring that down.
If that was going to VAR, mate, that would have been offside.
Yeah. But again, it's another.
We've rode our luck with that offside. Antonio through on the right hand side, tries to feed Souček through, but goes out for a West Ham throw in.
Fred down on the floor.
Fred's down.
What?
Let's have a look and see the comments, mate. See what everyone's saying. Lads, a genuine question.
Oh, go away.
Would we benefit?
Replay for that.
Would we benefit from making the Champions League, or would it hunger?
I'm guessing I'm supposed to say.
Would it hinder us? No, mate. I would absolutely. Do you know what? Europa League. I would happily take Europa League. My biggest concern about Europa League is the amount of games and the squad that West Ham have got. And I know there's a lot of games in Champions League, but I'd rather take the Champions League. It's worth how much money, Matt?
The group stage is like 40 million just for the group stage.
And then each game after, I mean, you generate so much money, the attraction, all that sort of stuff. So for me, it's
I mean, look,
Mark's says the same.
It needs to be Champions League because David Sullivan was moaning about spending 50 grand to frigging fly up to Everton. Imagine what he's going to say if we have to fly to like frigging Bosnia or something for a game in the Europa League. He's not going to be happy, is he?
No.
Harry
Maguire.
With Maguire.
Rashford drops deep to collect the ball, driving forward. Luke Shaw's making the overlapping run, but Rashford's still got the ball. Thomas Souček does fantastically well. Dispossesses him. Soufal drives the ball forward. Still got the ball. Feeds through. Oh, it's unlucky. Good tackle from McTominay.
Antonio.
Oh, Antonio was down.
Antonio stayed down.
Yeah, he stayed down. There's players are going down left, right, and centre in this game.
Maybe it's a time wasting tactic. Spend as much time on the floor as you can, guys.
He's up. McTominay from Man United plays the ball out to Wan-Bissaka on the right hand side, driving forward in the West Ham half. They're kind of keeping hold of the ball, playing it along the back line. Lindelof to Maguire. Plays the ball out wide. Greenwood. Fred's on the ball. Lindelof in the middle of the park, back in the centre circle. West Ham just holding their position. Well done, West Ham. We've dispossessed Shaw on the left-hand side. Bowen's got the ball. He's played the ball back to Issa Diop. Hoof ball forward.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Oh! Lindelof's brought the ball down from Antonio, driving forward, finds Wan-Bissaka just over the halfway line. Inside to Greenwood. Fred. Harry Maguire. Luke Shaw. Finds Fernandes in the middle of the park. Feeds the ball out to Wan-Bissaka on the right. Tries to find McTominay. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Tries to cut inside. Plays the ball straight to Dawson. Souček on the counter. Go on, Souček. So definitely lacking. Yeah, we're just definitely lacking that support. But Bowen's forward. 18-yard box. Tries to cross it in. But Man United have got plenty of time to...
Someone pressure him. Don't leave him just standing there.
Let's see what everyone's saying. Scott Randall is saying, commentators explaining how Sufal hurt Fred. Fred tried grabbing him from behind, smacked his nose in Sufal's head. Dominic couldn't avoid Antonio. Vinay saying, I want to see attacking team if I bet see coming up from every corner. Just joking. Yeah.
Right, we got a attacking throw in.
Bowen. Left foot. Oh, it hits off his West Ham player. Oh, goes out for a goal kick. Smashes the ball off his Sufal's head.
He smashed that in Sufal's head.
Yeah.
It's absolutely battered him. Mandy, they must be tired of passing the ball by now. Maybe that's the tactic. We tire them out.
I think it's the first time, though, we've played Man United this season, and obviously we've played them twice beforehand, where we faced Bruno Fernandes, for example, in the first half.
Yeah.
He's always kind of come on and been the impact. Same as Rashford, really, innit?
But I suppose, like I said, all the injuries they've got, they don't have much else of a choice.
But the thing is, though, it doesn't matter with all those injuries. I mean, if you look at the squad. I mean, the team's a top team.
The first team, they're lacking depth on the bench.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen the bench. Yeah,
they got 2 goalkeepers, 4 defenders. I think 2 holding midfielders.
James on the right hand side, driving into the 18-yard box, finds Wan-Bissaka.
Stand up to him, West Ham. Don't
go on, Ben Johnson, McTominay, Fred. West Ham starting to press back. Yeah, the words definitely from the bench from Moyes. Moyes doesn't want them West Ham to press forward. You can tell because the minute that they kicked that ball back, Declan Rice just stood still.
Just dropped back.
He just stopped. And West
He's
Ham
trying to cut out the space, isn't he? That's what I'm saying. I don't think he wants to give him the space to counter. He's like,
yeah.
That was the only thing I said about the team he's picked.
Look at how West Ham are defending there.
With the team he's picked, he's looked at the previous games. Like you look back, they played Palace and West Brom recently, and both of them just sat back with like 2 backs of 4, or back 4, or back of 5, and went, "You can't break us down."
Yeah,
and they struggled.
2 minutes stoppage time.
West Brom had that centre forward. I can't remember what his guy's name is. It Diang or something. His name is.
Yeah, Diang.
And he stayed up front as an outlet, and he was holding the ball up, and they create chances. But Antonio's not staying up. He's not getting close to the centre backs. He's not really causing them an issue.
But look, mate, look at Souček. Look at Bowen. Look at Declan Rice. Look at Noble. Look where they're sitting, mate.
Yeah.
It's a blatant
3 or 4
instruction
yards in front of the back 5.
Yeah, it's a blatant instruction. He is. It's a kind of let's get by this first half approach. Like
he said, you can't.
Let's
break
not
us
give
down.
them. Yeah, you can't break us down. We're going to invite you to try and break us down, but we're confident enough that you can't. And I know there we go. I mean, that's what Moyes.
For a goal kick. Yeah.
Moyes will be happy with that because Man United didn't see an outlet and have kicked the ball forward, lumped it forward, and it's just gone out for a West Ham goal kick. I'm trying to see the positives from this, guys, because I can see why prior to Moyes we would have been negative with a performance like this. But
I also think it's possibly to do with the fact about the options we've got. There's not many options. With Lingard off, Fornals off, Lanzini off, Yarmolenko off.
But the thing is, though, the options he's got now is if he does make substitutions, he can be tactical and not bring off players like Bowen. He can, if he really wants to go for it and try the whole kind of Lingard approach, he could do what we said, which is put Bowen into the Lingard position and bring Benrahma on and, take Johnson off and flick to the back four. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying at some point, though, if West Ham need to score, something needs to change.
Half time.
But that's half time. Let me just quickly change that. There we go. Right, let's get this up and running. Welcome back to West Ham Irons United for our half-time report with Alf, but not with Alf, of course, Anton and Matt. Scores 0-0, half-time. Matt, how do you dissect that first half, mate?
I think not much really happened. If you think about it, the Man United had 2 chances. Fab made 1 brilliant save, and Rashford missed. I don't say missed a sitter, but he should have had a header on target and he put it wide. But apart from that, it's been like a training ground game of attack versus defence. But the defence has won. Like, Man United are really struggling to break us down. We're not showing too much going forward. We're quite blunt in attack. Antonio seems to be dropping deeper and deeper and deeper. Like, at one point he was like, we had everyone within like 30 yards of our own goal. The only problem is we're not offering anything. I don't remember Henderson making a single save. I don't know if we've actually had a shot. That would be the negative. The positives are that they've not created anything either. Moyes has said, you come out and you break us down. I don't think you can do it. And they haven't. They've really struggled. They've created them 2 chances and, Fab's had 1 big save to make. And apart from that, he's not really done much else either.
For the stat fans, let me give you some of the information. So Manchester United's possession is 65% to West Ham's 35%. So I think, that kind of reads right. That, it's not been completely one-sided. It errs on the side of caution, definitely. So you can definitely see that. Man United have had 8 shots. However, only 2 have been on target. West Ham have had none. Manchester United have had 4 block shots. West Ham have had none. Defensively, I mean, we're both kind of equal on that. We've won 85% of our tackles. Manchester United have won 85% of their tackles to our 8%. We've had 18 clearances, 4 interceptions. They've had 5 clearances and 9 interceptions. And that kind of reads well. That interceptions one, Matt, is true because we have tried to feed the ball through when we've seen a runner. But like you said, lack of options only really gives it to be the one runner, doesn't it?
Bowen's tried. I'm not even really sure what position Bowen's playing, to be perfectly honest.
He seems to be everywhere, doesn't he?
Because he did seem to start as a number 10. And now he seems to be like playing as a third guy out on the right-hand side. And, it's almost like, I don't know, like, is it a 4-4-4-5-1? Like, Bowen playing on the right, Johnson on the left sort of thing? Like, it's a bit weird. It seems to be some, like, fluid thing where Bowen picks where he wants to play. Antonio's not really getting in the game, but he's not had any support. There's a couple of times he's held up the ball. He's had a couple of good runs. We've had 1 or 2 set pieces. We haven't tested the goalkeeper. It's from a defensive standpoint, Moyes would be happy, but I don't think from an attacking standpoint he's going to be happy because he's going to say we haven't retained possession enough, we haven't created enough. But at the same time, like you pointed out, right at the end of the half there, Moyes has clearly said, "Do not go attacking, don't go pushing out." As soon as we lost the ball, they all just sat there. They were like, "All right, well, we'll wait for him to come back again."
Yeah.
There
must be some form of method in this madness. I mean, I'm looking at the highlights just now. They've showed the Rashford chance. I can't remember who played the ball in down the right-hand side. However, the ball creeped over the top of Diop. Rashford was, had the perfect chance to hit the ball into the back of the net. He was 8 yards out. He scuffed the ball. It's gone out for a goal kick.
He should have at least hit the target.
He should have at least hit the target with it. You're right. Then the next chance for Manchester United, clear-cut chance, was the Greenwood coming through on goal. I think the players put him onto his left foot, and he's picked that bottom left-hand corner. But Fabianski is at full strength and has tipped that ball onto the post. What a fantastic save from Fabianski. But Matt, I mean, really, I know they've held a lot of possession, and I know West Ham fans are going to see the negatives in this. Talk to me about the positives, though.
Well, as I said, you just said it. That's it. That's all they've had. They've had 65% possession, and that's the 2 highlights of the half. You've got to think that. I would say we've still got options to change attacking wise. We've got Udebeka on the bench. We've got Lanzini. We've got Benrahma. So we've got 3 players that can come on and have an attacking impact on the team.
Yeah.
Man United don't really. I think if you bring the Man United team back up, I think they've got Diallo, and there's a kid with a really weird name who's he's an academy player that's a centre forward. But I don't think they've got any options themselves. So it's a bit like, bring this back up quick. It was, who was it? Twanzebe. Oh, I can't see it.
I'll get rid of it. Hold on. I'll get rid of it. There you go. No, put it on.
Oh yeah, that's it. That Shotire is his name. He's a centre forward, right? You've got Diallo, the winger. Apart from that, mate, like I said to Stel, they've got 2 goalkeepers. They've got an entire back 4 on the bench. You know, you've got Brandon Williams as a left back, Telly's as a left back, Bailly and Twanzebe as centre backs, Matic, and then you've got Diallo and things. So they haven't got any options. The option is Diallo, the kid, and then they've got a centre forward. They've got no defense. They've got no attacking options. We've got a couple we can possibly bring on. So it's, you know, we look at our subs, we've got 3 attacking options there. So is it Moyes going to try and submit him into, you know, 70th minute? You've still not done anything. Now I'll make 1 or 2 changes and have a go.
Let's bring on. Let's bring on. Let's bring on Mr. Sleepyhead, as you can tell by his name. Cess, mate, talk to me.
What's there really to say? To be honest with you, soon as we set up the way we did, you knew what we was in for. Let's be honest with you. We've offered nothing whatsoever. We've just sat back and soaked up the pressure. This is like the Liverpool game all over. It really is. And we're falling into that trap again. Like,
just on that point, are you talking about Liverpool 3-1 at home?
Yeah, well, the 3-0, yeah.
Yeah, 3-0. Sorry. Yeah, I don't see that, Cess. I genuinely don't, because
you have to just think of it. It is. Look, the way we sat back. We've offered nothing at all, mate. Like,
no, I know we've not offered anything.
We've just sat back literally and just allowed Man United, who have not been really great themselves, to just basically just have the ball and just expose our wings, which they've been doing. We've kept Fernandes quiet, but other than that, Fabianski saved us and the defence has saved us on a few occasions. We are falling in that trap again, and I'm afraid that he's not going to make any changes, and it's going to be too late. And then once they score, it's going to be that's it.
I think
we're going to have our hands on our heads, like, what went wrong here?
I don't doubt for a second that, you know, in terms of the fact that, you know, they've had 8 opportunities, 2 on target, and if we've had none, you know, we need to try and score. So I get that kind of sentiment. When it comes to, like, you know, when I think of that Liverpool game, I mentioned it earlier on, I just remember a complete and utter onslaught. Like, we just could not get a foothold in the game, but we tried to get a foothold in that game. Where tonight, I said to Matt just before that game happened, when Man United gained that ball about deep and, well, just a little bit over the halfway line, Declan Rice and Thomas Souček stood still, and it was like there was an instruction shouted from the sidelines to say, stop, do not move any more further forward. It literally felt like that, didn't it? I mean, I was a bit like, why are they not driving forward? Because then, and there's no gaps between Antonio and the midfield. The gaps are Antonio and the goalkeeper. Like, it's huge because Antonio's sitting so deep. He's sitting on the edge of the centre circle. And I get your sentiment in terms of if we play that way in the second half, all we're then going to do is invite another 8 chances, and 9 times out of 10, United are going to take one of those chances with the quality they've got in their team. So we need to change that. Do you think Moyes is up to something here, Cess, or do you think he's trying? I get the impression you think he's respecting Man United.
He must be. Well, he must be up to something in his head. I know he's surprised us on a few occasions. He must have some sort of plan, but I'm struggling to think what it is at the moment, because I'm trying to be so positive. Like, the only positive is that it's only 0-0 at the moment. We're not losing. That's a positive. Fabianski's been decent. The defense has been decent. That's a positive. But other than that, I am trying to struggle to stay positive at the moment, because that's how the game's gone at the moment. Maybe the second half could switch things up. I don't know. It just depends on Moyes and what he's going to do second half. But I'm shocked, but I'm not shocked, you know, because it's just the way we set up straight away, really.
Yeah. Matt?
Like I said, look, he hasn't got many options for attacking anyway. Let's be real. I mean, we're saying he's not done well enough going forward, but I pointed out there, our really only attacking option on the bench is Benrahma. So if he started Benrahma, then you had no attacking options on the bench. I think Moyes' hands sort of been forced by the fact that if I said at the start before we kicked off, if Fornals and Lingard were available to play today, I don't think he'd played 5 at the back. I think he's looked at what's available and gone, you know what, we're going to have to do this. And like I said, he's looked at the previous games they've played recently. They struggled to break teams down. That's why you see we're not pushing out, we're not pushing up. because that's what they want to then get the chances, to create the chances they need. They can't break teams down, and if Bruno Fernandes isn't on form, then they struggle. You know, today they don't have Pogba to come on and try and get him out of it because Fernandes isn't doing it. So Moyes' thing is make 2 banks of 4, or a bank of 4 and a bank of 5, make themselves difficult to break down, and then in the last 20 minutes, when they're starting to get frustrated, we can make a sub or 2. You know, I expect Noble to come off after about 70 minutes. I reckon he'll bring Benrahma or Lanzini on. I really hope not Lanzini, and he'll try and bring someone else on more creative to then have a go at them. But I think at the moment, Moyes is going to be happy defensively. Just he may not be happy with what we're doing going forward.
Seth, do you see any kind of method in this comment from Eamon Green? If we go for it, Man United will give us a tonking. Man United have started with the high press.
They, though? That's the thing. We don't know that. That's the thing, because you don't know what Man United's going to turn up. It's not about if we go they're going to tonk us. What evidence did they turn? They're gonna like complete, other than like Southampton, they were down to 10 men within like the first 2 minutes. Like Man United have not been that impressive. They've not been that fearful. They've not been like, oh, they've been battering teams left, right, and centre. We should fear them. Like it's not been the case. Like they've had a lot of players that have been off form. Martial's not been great.
This comment from Rage
been in and out of form.
You put that comment back up.
They've had a lot of attacking players that have not been on form. So
I said this before we kicked off. The fact that Tottenham lost, Chelsea drew, Everton lost, it wouldn't be about a point. That's the thing. Someone made a comment about Noble was going to start anyway, but someone said with Noble starting because Tottenham lost. For Moyes now, we've got 2 games in hand on Chelsea, and it's today and against Arsenal next week. I think you've got more chance of beating Arsenal than you do Man United. Arsenal were a very open team. And I think Moyes has gone, you know what, if we get 4 points from the next 2 games, with the way results have gone today, we've done well. So he's probably gone, you know what, the first thing we're going to do today is we're not going to concede and get beaten.
No, I see
we're boring him into submission.
I do. But it's just the
but
way
also
the
it says,
going.
like I said, if you look at it's the bench as well though. Like that's the only thing I would say. If you look at that bench, for me, you've got one option on that bench.
Yeah.
Benrahma.
It is one.
So if you started Benrahma instead of Noble, right? Imagine that, right? If we started Benrahma instead of Noble, and for whatever reason Benrahma wasn't working, your 2 options then are Lanzini and Odubiko. There's no option for an attacking sub from midfielder because Noble's on the bench instead. That's the only thing I can say about Moyes is that he's gone, you know what? We need an option off the bench. I remember it was almost one of the games that got Bilic sacked and we lost to Brighton.
It was the Brighton game.
Started and he had, I think Ayew started and we had Carroll started and someone else was injured and he didn't pick Gaffer Sacco. He didn't play him on the bench. He just he just wasn't on the game. And that game, we had no attacking output on the bench. And his plan was, we need to get in front and score first. And as soon as we went behind, there was nothing to come off the bench. And that was it. It was over.
Yeah.
So the only thing I will give Moyes is that the team he's picked has forced his hand because Fredericks has got injured. I think Fredericks might have played so he can play attacking on the wing. Obviously, Yarmolenko's out. Fornals was a big one. And obviously, Lingard. I think I've said before, I think if Fornals and Lingard could have played today, we wouldn't have played that defensive. We'd probably play like we played more against Man City. But he's had to play the hand he's been dealt, Moyes. And he's made sure we're difficult to break down because Man United haven't been doing it recently. And we've got something to come off the bench to give us an option with 20 minutes to go. That's me trying to be positive.
Sis, second half just about to kick off. So what's your thoughts? Well, it's not about to, I don't know. Is it about to kick off? I'm trying to remember the time.
Yeah, shortly. Yeah,
it is.
What changes? What would you like to see, if at all any, and when do you think we'll get them made?
Well, we'll just have to see how the first... He's not going to make any change at the moment because he's going to see how it goes the next 15, 20 minutes. So he's not going to change anything. He's just see how it goes. But it's just like... my worry is if we just keep continually sitting back, and it just takes one chance. That's my only worry. Like I said at the start of the game, like I said that I'll take a draw, but in the circumstances that we actually like do something in the game, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Vaclav makes a point we should try and play in the opposite half of the pitch sometimes. It would make a bit of a difference, definitely. At least we, you know.
It's true though, man.
Yeah.
It's true.
Are Man United there?
I don't even think we've even done that, to be honest with you.
Are Man United there for the taking?
Like they can be like this is not. This is not
You
a
gotta
Man
get the balance
United team
right.
that is fearful. Like I don't fear this Man United side at all. It's just that we're playing like we fear them in a way.
Yeah. Right, lads. We're coming into the second half. Cess, mate, thanks for coming on again.
That's all right. No worries. Cheers.
Yeah.
Peace out, people.
Cheers, mate. Take it easy. Second half, no changes.
I don't think he'll make the changes for it. I would get it'll be at least 15, 20 minutes. Although saying that, is Johnson now over on the right hand side? The way we just lined up, it looked like Johnson's gone back up.
Yep.
Johnson's gone out to the right hand side now. So is that a change in formation, or is he swap Bowen and Johnson over onto their natural wings?
Noble's gone quite far forward.
Has he gone back to the 4-2-3-1?
Bowen's gone left. Souček, Declan Rice in the middle.
Rice is sitting deeper than the other two.
Creswell, Diop,
But
Dawson.
it looks like
at
Johnson's
the back.
gone to the right hand side. So he might have tweaked the formation a bit. He might have gone back to a back four.
Who's missing? Oh, there's someone missing. I haven't seen
It's
Soufal. So
Oh,
it's,
he's there.
it's Johnson.
Yeah.
Where is
so
he?
I
Where's
think
Johnson?
He's there, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks like a back four.
Yeah. It looks like Johnson's actually, we're playing the 4-2-3-1 now. He's changed it from the back five to the back four. And he's pushed him up.
Yeah, he has.
I think
Definitely. Look at that.
Yeah.
Interesting. That could be in prep for change formation, see how they go, and then the substitutions kind of react to the formation that he's doing. That's when you can start to see the likes of Benrahma.
Up to Creswell. Oh, he's fallen over.
Oh, Rashford,
James.
Greenwood, James crosses in. It goes all the way across the goal to Johnson. Big
Well, lucky there. Very lucky there. But it definitely looks like he's changed back to a 4-2-3-1. And sort of Noble's getting further forward out the midfield three, and then Bowen's gone to left mid and Johnson's gone to right mid to try and play that. Good up. Souček flicks on. But to no one. Lindelof brings it down. Back to Dean Henderson to recycle possession for Man United. Henderson looking to play it long. When intercepted by Diop. Into Noble. Into Rice. Out wide to Bowen. Bowen looks coming inside. Loses out the ball. Deck recovers it.
Go on, Dex.
Solid tackle, Noble.
Well done, Nobes. He's held it though.
Fernandes
Fernandes is down.
Nah, he'll be all right. It's probably impact.
He'll be fine, yeah.
Oh, Antonio trying to flick it around the corner to Johnson, gives it away. Shaw brings it forward. McTominay out to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka comes forward, pinched by Diop. Go on, Diop. Pass the
Go on, Diop. Keep going.
That's got to be a booking.
Oh, he's taking him out. Diop doing his
yeah, we go. Well
Diop doing his per game run through 60 yards attacking forward. Love it.
Well, he just saw the space and ran into it, and he knew exactly what he's doing. He just literally ran across the front of him, and he tried to argue against it. You can't argue against that. There's no way you can argue against that, McTominay. He's knocked it round you. You've just blocked him off. Clever from Diop. He does it every now and again, doesn't he? He pinches it and runs and breaks forward with the ball, which it's a bit risky though. Playing when you've gone to a back four, back five, you can do it. But mate, West Ham have taken the free kick, change the angle to whip it in. So Antonio loses the first header.
That's fine, no.
That's a Noble playing it
Brings
back
the ball in.
Maguire with a solid header against Souček, and that Man United counter.
They are countering. Fred. Oh, look at Diop. Look at Diop getting back.
Good.
That was good tackling from Declan. Oh, unbelievable from Deckers.
Commitment there.
Just see how fast Diop ran to get back.
I wonder if he's changed the shape and brought Johnson over to that side because of how much they were getting through Shaw in the first half.
Yeah.
You pointed out at one point they kept pushing it over to that left-hand side, and maybe that's why
Yeah.
Moyes has changed the team and gone, you know what, we need to get some more protection over for Soufal and get Johnson over there and tweak the formation a bit.
Luke Shaw
Tomley in the middle. Or was that?
finds Rashford, plays 1-2 with Shaw. He's inside the box. Oh, what a tackle from Diop.
Oh, a bit behind you. Let me refresh it.
Diop's having I genuinely going to say this. Diop's having a good game.
Well, we said, didn't he? He's one that needed a few games. He needed a bit of a run in the team, didn't he, to get his confidence and his form back.
Rashford plays a 1-2 with James. Rashford's on the ball, far left, goes through the middle to McTominay. Bruno Fernandes, but 30 yards out, does a dummy, shoots, but taken away from West Ham. Thomas Souček hits the ball too far forward. McTominay clears the ball up. West Ham trying to press him back. Goes all the way back to Lindelof. You caught up?
I think so. What time are you on?
34, 35, 36.
I think I'm a second in front of you now, but go on, you carry on commentating.
Fernandes on the ball on the left-hand side. Feeds in Fred. Out wide to Luke Shaw. Tries to bring it inside. Brings it back to his left foot. Finds Fred. Feeds the ball all the way back to Bruno Fernandes. But 30 yards out. Tries to go all the way through the middle. Declan Rice intercepts. Drives forward. Bowen's making the run. No one else is making the run. Man on. Bowen on the left. Feeds the ball back to Creswell. Noble. Halfway line. Back to Dawson.
That's it, West Ham. Keep the ball for a bit.
Back
Actually
to
have
Diop.
a bit of possession.
Really good, yeah. Souček finds Soufal. Ben Johnson on the right-hand side. He's surrounded by plenty of men. He's had to do that, mate. He had no real choice because there was three Man United players on him.
I think
he couldn't go back.
He saw Antonio there the first time. I was hoping he'd still be there.
Yeah. Man United on the attack. McTominay just coming over the halfway line. Finds Luke Shaw on the left. Fred on the halfway line. McTominay. Back to Lindelof. Fred again. Fernandes. Look at the amount of bodies West Ham have got. I mean, if you look at that lineup just now, right? There's easily 8 players sitting back with only 2 Manchester United or 3 Manchester United. They are coming through though. Oh, what happened there? The ball has gone crossed in low, and it's like every West Ham player's watched it. And if Soufal had decided to watch it, the ball would have just slipped straight into Rashford, and Soufal's intercepted. It's gone out for a Manchester United corner. That just shows you how quick they are on the break, mate.
You had to get a touch on it.
There was only 2 Manchester United men forward, and when they hit that break, there must have been about 6. Fernandes corner. That's goal. McTominay.
I think that was McTominay, you know.
That's just rubbish. That was a rubbish corner.
Simon
I need to see that replay.
And no one cleared it. Oh, and that's the game plan done now. Isn't it? That is the game plan done.
Oh, I need to see this. Who's marking McTominay? Oh, we should have dealt with that.
Off McTominay, does it?
McTominay is like...
Dawson. That's come off Dawson.
Oh, I think
He's put that in the bottom corner.
Oh, it has.
He can't see it from the guy in front of him. McTominay blocks him, so he can't see the ball.
Yeah. Dawson on goal.
Well, so now the game plan's gone. The game plan's gone now, so you might as well make your attacking subs.
That's unfortunate. Really unfortunate.
That is the game plan gone. You know, I was saying, I'm trying to get half hour, 20 minutes to go and bring on the attacking players when you're 0-0. Well, now it's 1-0 Man United. And the way the games have gone against Man United this year, it's... I'm struggling. Ball over the top again for Man United. Greenwood. It's given offside.
Oh, dear.
Well, there you go, lads. David Moyes yet again trying to defend for 90 minutes. We can't do it.
Yep. No.
You know,
Well,
it's just
Yeah, but I'm
fairness,
going to say
it's an own
something here though.
goal.
That was an own goal. Like that was unfortunate.
it was
they've done
unfortunate,
nothing to get
but
that goal.
it's still,
It wasn't.
you know,
It's not an onslaught. It's not been an onslaught.
No.
It's by no means been a Manchester
not the
United
point,
onslaught.
Anton. It's not the point about it
get
being
it.
an onslaught or
I
not.
get it, but
Moyes now needs to wake up and make that change, and he needs to, you know, make sure that we get back into this sooner rather than later, because this is where Man United, having had the luck that they've just been given with an own goal, will step it up. So we got to make a change, and we got to.
Well, he's got Rashford's in again. Inside Dawson. Oh, blocked.
Sis.
Well, I'm not even going to say I told you so, man.
But an own goal though, mate. An own goal. Come on.
Oh man, this.
But Moyes' game plan is now out the window.
I saw this coming, man. No.
And it doesn't matter whether it's an own goal or not. A goal is a goal. You know,
I get that, but I'm
know,
saying that it's not a lot. Like when I'm reading
look
a lot
at
of
Man
the
U.
comments.
Now they've got a second wind.
Yeah,
They're going to start coming at us. We need to give them something to worry about. So we need to do it now rather than in half an hour's time.
Yeah,
or
but
in the 80th minute.
But
He's got
let's
to
see if
make a change now.
He's going to give the player the warm up. It looks like the players are warming up, and he is going to make that change. Lanzini's here warming up.
Lanzini ain't the right person to bring on.
Benrahma's warming up.
I'm really disappointed, to be honest. I've really tried to contain myself and not be negative about it. But you know, we set ourselves up to defend. We got bloody almost like 6 centre backs, for God's sake.
Dude,
and we still give them a bloody goal.
It's 3-6-1.
It's absolutely effing ridiculous.
But I tell you what, though,
You
if he'd have set up even remotely anything similar like he did against Leeds, I get it. We don't know. We could have gone and taken the game to Manchester United, or the floodgates could have opened, and then we'd be
Could
sitting here going,
this is a really poor Man United side. It's a really, poor Man United side.
It's a poor Man United side that have beaten West Ham twice this season already,
and who have got the luck that they wanted in order to really get put themselves into the next gear. It's disappointing.
It's a West Ham corner.
That's only with a shot from outside the edge.
But you know, we got half an hour. Moyes has got to make that change. If he doesn't make it within the next 4 or 5 minutes, he'll be even more disappointed.
I think he's doing.
But you never know. You know, got a corner, set piece, might score.
That's cleared.
Yep, it's in, cleared. I said that's the problem today. He's set up with these set pieces and they've not been good enough. Second ball back in, overhit from Johnson, goal kick. Yeah. Goal kick and
double change. A double change from West Ham.
There you go. Lanzini
and Benrahma.
Well.
There's the reaction.
Well, but why go a goal down before you make a reaction? Why go a goal down?
Because it could have been fucking 3 down.
Oh, fuck that. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Fucking give it.
There you go. It's like I'm putting Cess and Stella out on timeout. They're on timeout for a minute.
I'd rather lose 3-0 trying than lose 1-0 without fucking having a go.
Well, he's having a go now because he's bringing on Benrahma and Lanzini.
Still, we're bloody 5th in the league.
I don't care. I want to go 4th. I want to go 3rd.
But let's wait and see what happens.
I want to get
on
Champions League. That's what I want.
But we got there playing defensive. Let's be fair. We've got to this position. We haven't got to this position. Being Man City.
He's gone for a handball.
Everyone off the pitch.
Or pushes he? You know.
Yeah.
No, he's saying for I think Souček was asking for a foul, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to get anything. I think Souček's asking for the foul.
Bowen.
But, you know, let's have a look. Bowen
he got the ball.
Flicks it over. And...
What are they? Why are the players reacting to that level? Because he got the ball, clearly.
He did come through the back of him, didn't he? And he did get his foot, but he got the ball first. Right. In fairness, he got the ball first.
Are they claiming
I'll say... They've been warming up for
they're going to look at it at least, no?
No.
It's a corner at least. Oh, it's not even a corner.
No, it's a goal. I think he kicked it against him.
So, who's coming off? Noble and Johnson, I guess.
We're actually going to make these subs because we've been...
This is it.
For about 2
They've
minutes.
been standing there and it will take another 5 minutes for Moyes to decide when to bring them on.
Calm your beans.
I'm not calm. I'm pissed off. This is you know. He'll probably bring Bowen off. Actually, Bowen will come off.
Yeah. It'll probably be Bowen coming up.
I reckon it'd be Bowen and Noble.
Oh, fuck me.
Was that a Fabianski save?
Yeah.
Brilliant Fabianski save.
See,
Jesus.
he's kept us in the game.
I don't know what happened to the stream there. The stream went a bit funky there for a second, didn't it?
Yeah, I missed that
It
save.
was a
Yeah,
low shot.
It was good.
Holy.
Yeah.
It was a good save. Another
That
very good
literally
save from
that literally just
Fabianski.
got the corner of
but
my
you
eye.
see, they've got the second win. They're into it now.
Yeah, but we just need that.
And the thing is, like, Man United have not even been great at all.
Go on,
Exactly,
Antonio. Go on, Antonio.
exactly.
Go on, Antonio.
Exactly.
Antonio driving forward.
Man United have been
Go on.
shit and they're beating
Go
us
on.
1-0.
Go on. Go on.
Go on, Antonio. Go on.
Pisucic. Ah, they've done well to defend
That's
that.
the
That was
thing,
unlucky.
like, it's not
Oh,
even
unlucky,
great.
unlucky.
It's just that's what's annoying even more.
Deckers.
That's what annoys me.
Creswell to Bowen out on the left. Bowen puts the ball. Good cross in to Suchek. Oh, hits it wide. It's better from West Ham.
Right, let's see who's coming on. Let's see who's coming on. We'll see the save again now.
I reckon it's going to be Noble and Bowen.
Noble and Bowen, yeah.
Noble and Bowen, yeah. They'll
That's
keep
what
that
I'm-
defence.
Yeah, Noble, that's one.
There's Noble.
That's
What a
Noble.
great save. That's the
Lanzini.
second
No,
great
Noble
save.
Johnson.
Noble.
He's done it.
Wrong choice. Sorry,
he's taken
lads.
Johnson
Wrong
off.
choice. Love Noble. Shouldn't have played this game. Shouldn't have started. Oh, he's
Well, I
got
said- we
Johnson
said
off.
start, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's
got
taken Johnson
Johnson
off for
So,
Benrahma.
oh,
Still,
okay.
I don't think you can say that at 60 minutes, 1-0 down. I don't think you can.
Say what?
Well, you
I
can say
don't
what you
think
want.
it's
Of course you can.
Say what?
Wrong
I don't
choice.
think Noble's
Noble
bad.
starting.
It was the wrong choice.
did
I'm
say-
sorry, people. It was the wrong choice.
I did say
It's the wrong choice.
that, yeah. I said you bring him on to see out a game. You don't bring him to start a game.
Exactly.
No, I
Matt.
know that. I
I
get
agree.
that. I'm the same, but he's not
Anton,
been.
the problem is he's given them far too much respect. We've
No,
got to go
I
down.
don't think he's
We're
gone
now
respectful.
chasing
I'm
the
sorry.
game. He has
Nah,
shown them too much
No, he's
respect.
not.
He
Not in my
has.
opinion.
He has. Shown them far too much respect.
Fight.
No, but he has, and he's done this with every team, so-called Big Six team.
Big 16,
You know-
yeah.
He's not. This. No.
No, it
Don't buy
doesn't
it.
move them. For some reason, like we said, with Man
You
City
don't
game,
buy it.
they'll
It's
go, but
fact, mate. It's fact.
I,
It is a fact. The fact that he plays in a very, very different way against these teams, and he started to throw teams like Aston Villa in on that equation. It kind of, someone said it a lot earlier in the chat. It feels a bit disrespectful to West Ham, the players that are out there thinking that we can't go out and win this, rather than
yeah,
having to
he's set
defend.
up trying to
There's
contain.
no
isn't
need
he?
for it. No need for it. All right, we got two attack-minded players on. Let's see what happens. He's kept Bowen on. Now he's going for it. So let's see what happens.
Well, at least we're going for it now. Like you said, it's just disappointing we had to concede the goal first for him to think.
Yeah,
Let's go for
exactly.
it.
Let's not hope it doesn't bloody open up the floodgates.
Well, let's hope it doesn't. But at least if we have a go, then at least
Go
we
on,
can say
Safal.
we've had a go.
Yeah.
Nice play. Go on, Bowen. Yeah, still. If you want, look, that's fine that they're saying that. Where's the one there?
Bowen. Go on, Bowen. Oh.
Anton talking nonsense, not set nonsense.
Go on, whip it in.
Go
Scott,
on.
it's only because he gave you a
on.
shirt.
Oh,
Oh no! What a miss!
The ball's been pinged into Bowen. At
He's
the back, but
offside.
it's offside
He's
anyway.
offside. It's offside. Still though, he should be hitting the target. I mean, to be fair, he's miles offside. That is appalling, Bowen. But I don't know what's worse, the offside or not hitting the target.
I'll tell you how. Scott agreeing with you, and then Scott agreeing with you, and then Scott comes out with this. Who the fuck is Owen? Who's Owen, Scott?
Two big misses for an Owen tonight.
Just winding you up.
Bowen.
Bowen.
He's Owen Coyle.
Oh, no, back him up because he's
Owen
backed you
Coyle.
up. That's right. Yeah.
That's because he's talking about
Yeah.
fucking Bowen. Of course, he's talking about Bowen.
Just because you sent him a shirt signed by your kids with a crayon. Come on.
Scott, I've got your back, mate.
Look,
He doesn't know what he's
Scott,
talking about.
Bewin. It's not Owen now, it's Bewin. I'm just winding you up, Scott.
Ball over the top. Looking for Sufal. Oh.
One.
Played well there, United. United now looking to counter. Ball over the top to Rashford. He's in. Plays it into Dan James. What was that? Fernandes. Oh.
Diop's done enough there.
Oh, look at that. Oh, Fabianski's
come out and cleared out everyone. Bruno Fernandes is down holding his ankle. Fabianski's still laying on the floor.
Diop had that covered.
I agree with you, Mandy. Now we're playing football instead of that
he
boring, turgid first 55 minutes.
But yeah, because he brought the two attacking play options there, didn't he?
Yeah, but we've had boring, turgid 90 minutes and fucking won about 10 games this season.
I don't care. When we win, it's fine. It's when we're losing that it's not fine.
Well, that doesn't make sense because half the time you're on, you're like that. I want to see us playing well. I'd rather lose playing good football, was what you said.
I would rather lose
that's
playing
just a contradictory
football.
comment to what you just said.
No, shut up. Don't know what you're talking about. Fucking amateur. God's sake.
Fernandes is back up. Fabianski's still down on the floor. Stretching himself out. It was brave from Fabianski diving at the feet of Fernandes.
At this rate, just fucking shit house the goal and then just take the 1-1 and run with it. That's literally.
We're going to win now, Steph. Stop it, mate.
That's literally now
we've made the attacking subs. We're going to win, or we're going to get absolutely battered. One or the other.
It's going to go on 2 ways.
We'll either win it like 2-1 or we'll get beat like 4-0.
Well, listen, he's tried something. It's not worked. He's reacted. Let's see what happens.
He's back up at least, playing it out.
What?
He had no choice. He had to react. Dawson put one in his own net, boy. he's
I don't think my bet somehow counts if he puts it in his own net, does it?
Yeah.
I don't think my bet for Dawson to score counts if he puts it in his own net.
But in the other end, not his own net.
Oh, that was a risky pass.
Oh, go on. Wan-Bissaka moves forward to McTominay. Feeds in Greenwood in the middle of the park. He's driving forward on the attack. Good tackle from Diop. Diop's been brilliant tonight. Fernandes. Fred. Shaw on the left. Back to Fernandes. Back to Fred. He's getting frustrated. He's looking for the runners for Man United. They've played it straight to West Ham. Declan Rice. Sufal. Oh, he's been kicked. Free kick, West Ham. 67 minutes gone.
What's more frustrating is, like you said, he's had to wait to go 1-0 down to bring on the attacking players for us to start playing some sort of football.
It's the Moyes way, isn't it? It is the Moyes way.
You just think, I know there's if buts, ands, maybes, etc. But like, what would it have been like if we'd have started with these players and then given it a go?
Exactly, and I just think it would have been an altogether different game. They were really average, Man United, in the first half, really average. And if we'd have given them something to worry about up front, I think it would have been a totally different game.
That's exactly how I felt. And I think that this Man United side is not amazing.
They're not
to be feared for.
Cross in from Benrahma.
Shouldn't really be feared this team.
I said it's like the Liverpool game. They had all them players missing. We still gave them too much respect.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that was a fucking onslaught from start to finish. Liverpool constantly. West Ham didn't even get a hold of the ball. West Ham didn't even have 35% possession.
We didn't have a go.
What game are you talking about?
Liverpool game.
I think we gave them too much respect there as well.
We did. No, we did. 100%.
Far too much respect. And I think we started off this game doing exactly the same thing. 6 bloody centre backs, for goodness sake.
I'm not saying about how defensively we play, because we did defensively play well this game. But we said it in the first half, there was just no outlet. There was no outlet.
There's no outlet. That's what it came down to.
Because we're playing 3-6-1. It wasn't even
just one of them. If you'd have had Lanzini or Benrahma starting instead of Noble, that would give you one more attacking player up the pitch, so that Man United couldn't just sit on
cross in. Tries to find a player. Maguire clears it.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because there's no ball carriers in midfield, there's nothing going forward. Yeah, that's all.
And now we're chasing the game. So the ball carriers, all those flair players, are now feeling rushed rather than playing their game in a in a calm way and trying to build something when it was 0-0 from the start. Now they're chasing the game, and they're having to try twice as hard as they should do. It's like it's wrong. It's the wrong approach.
Oh, I don't know. I think that is trying to find. I think that's trying to find a flaw in the system.
No, like, the flaw in the system was picking the team that he picked. It's as simple as that.
The first half
because it gave them too much respect. We went in 0-0, and I said it before halftime. If Moyes goes in at halftime 0-0, he'll think job half done. You know, and
I'm not remotely saying I wanted that as a starting team. I'm not saying I wanted that as a starting team. All I'm saying is that we're sitting 5th in the league, the best league performance.
Oh yeah, we are.
We've had with what?
And why not push? And why not push forward?
I get it, but at what point did we want Moyes to push forward? 10 games ago against the likes of Southampton, Brighton, and Fulham. And
with all the results going for us in the past couple of weeks,
I get it.
This was the opportunity to make our mark and say,
well, there's still 20 minutes to go.
You know, wow.
I mean, you're talking like we've lost. We haven't.
Well, we are losing,
but we haven't lost.
But we're losing.
Yeah,
we shouldn't.
We're losing, but we haven't lost
against the really average Man United side.
Yeah.
Huge. I'm not defending. I just said that 2 seconds ago. I'm not defending the inclusion of Noble and Johnson. I'm absolutely not defending it. I'm saying that I'm backing what Moyes is doing. I would have wanted Moyes to. Why would any football fan not want the best, fanciest, interesting trying to be goal scorers? I mean, I'm raging we didn't sign a striker. However, we're still sitting 5th with no bloody registered striker. So what else? I mean, I know it's frustrating. I get that, but I'm just saying, first half performance, it was all right. It wasn't shit. I would totally 1,000,000% rather he started Benrahma. I would totally 100% rather he didn't start Noble and brought Noble on to shore up a game at the end. But he didn't, and it's worked okay in the first half. And if it wasn't for a
working
shitty
okay, Anton, 0-0.
No, well, yes,
is that working okay? That's not working okay for me.
But you're coming up against. Yeah, for you, it's not. But
we went there to contain 6 defenders. Going there to contain when we know we can't defend a whole 90 minutes. It's ridiculous. I actually honestly think if we'd had an attack-minded player on in the first half,
he kept it in. He's kept it. Thought it was going to be a West Ham corner, but it's not.
If we had a Benrahma or Lanzini or someone else on in the first half, I think we would have given them more things to worry about. You know, and if we'd have gone in 0-0, it would have been because we were unlucky, not because we were lucky because Man U were playing shit. And that's how Moyes looking at it.
Benrahma's on the ball.
Come on, Benny boy.
Back to Deckers. Out wide to Diop. Back to Creswell. In the middle of the part to Lanzini.
Who's won that?
Ball finds Bowen.
Oh, wrong way, Bowen.
That was like a touch of a.
Oh, Diop.
That was a trampoline touch.
Oh, what is that?
That was a trampoline touch.
You know,
it's 4-on-2. 4-on-2. Oh, that was lucky that Fernandes is taking a bad touch.
That was a trampoline touch and a half, man.
Who was that? Was that Diop?
Diop. But then he's gone and won that tackle, and now he's got a free kick. So he's made up.
How was he managed to get away with that?
He got away with that, though.
I don't know, man. Oh my god!
There was no pressure on him, and he just like touched it. And
boing!
Oh dear, oh dear. That's why it's like watching Anton talking sense.
Oh, Stell, you are away with the fairies, mate. Keep drinking.
Oh my!
That's the only thing I can do.
Yeah, you need to. Maybe it'll add a little bit more sense into those brain cells.
Oh, yeah. All right, Killy fan.
I think the Brewdog.
There you go. Bernie's right. Bernie Bradnam. Why are we starting with such a defensive 11? Why not just attack them and take it to them?
I get it. Exactly, I get it.
Aiden.
No.
Aiden, quiet down, kids, or I'll turn this car around. Can we start the game again, Aiden, and have a more attack-minded team in the lineup? Ah, well. Who wanted Champions League anyway?
Apparently you do.
Oh, honestly, what you got
I
still?
fucking
What
do.
are
I
you
really
talking
do.
about, mate?
I do want
Holy
Champions
shit.
League. I want to go on that. I want to go to the Bernabeu and face Real Madrid in the semi-final. That's what I want to do.
You won't be allowed in because you're so bloody negative.
But we would have got through the whole round. We'd have got through the whole round 0-0s.
No, we
And
would have
Moyes has
got.
done it again. It's another 0-0. Good
And we'd have
old
got through all the
Moisey.
We'd have got through all the rounds.
Moisana. On the road, the draw. How to draw your
Still,
way
you
to the
sound like
Champions
you're
League final.
raging. Are you raging with Moyes? Do you
Oh,
like
that's
Moyes?
nasty.
I'm
That
upset
is
with
nasty.
Oh, Rashford.
Oh, book him. Send him off.
How's he just getting booked for that? That is nasty.
Still, do you know what you sound like?
That's studs first. That's a red.
If Twitter could talk, that's what you sound like.
Oh, shut up, mate.
That's a
Fucking
red.
insult.
I'm sorry. Because he's Rashford, he's not like
Exactly.
that. That's a red.
Fucking
I
insult.
didn't having a look at this.
No,
They've got to have a look at it.
I haven't got the sound on.
It's surely
That's
got
a
to have look
red.
at that.
That's a red. I'm sorry. He should be going for that. Look at his foot. He's got studs first showing, ankle high. Because it's Rashford, he won.
Oh.
Oh my God, you are absolutely right, mate. I've just seen the
Yeah.
replay.
He's got
You are
studs first.
absolutely
foot
right.
up.
Oh,
Because
he
it's
has, yeah.
Rashford, he won't go for that. He'll get booked and that'll be the end of it.
You can see
You are
Rashford's head's down.
absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Rashford knows if he gets away with that, Rashford knows he's lucky. Is he getting away with that?
Of course
Yeah,
it
he
is.
has.
It's just a yellow.
What's he got away with that?
Because it's Rashford. Because it's Man United and it's Rashford. He's got away with it.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm still predicting a 2-1 win.
Really?
Yeah.
Right to
I am.
Bowen. Benrahma picks out Sufal.
There you are, Mark. Good man.
Blocked.
You're right, mate.
Rashford on the counter.
Amo!
United are away.
Still could run for
Oh,
USA
right.
president.
He's in.
Oh, now he's
Ooh,
going to
dear.
punch.
Hit the post.
He's at the post.
I was about to say, if Rashford goes down the other end and scores now, I'll be fucking raging.
That would be an insult. That would be an insult.
So Still's
I can't
running
believe he
for
hasn't
the
gone for
US
that.
presidency. Matt, you're running for Canadian Prime Minister.
There you go. Debating on TV why we go a goal down before we start playing. Asking why we don't start with a belief that we can take the game to United. Absolutely agrees. Exactly my thoughts.
That's why you sit in your house on a computer at a table, drinking a brew dog, cooking your dinner halfway through, and you're not on the touchline, mate. That's why I'm underneath the stairs.
For today, I think Moisey and myself should have swapped
Yeah.
positions.
I
I
said
would have
before the
gone in
game-
there. Go on, Matt.
I said to you before, didn't I, Stell, that once every how many games is it? He gets it wrong.
Yeah, he gets it wrong, and today's the day he's got it wrong again.
Fucking hell, man! It's 10 minutes to go.
And we're like, look, let's be fair, right? Fabianski's made 2 wonder saves.
He
Rashford
has.
missed the sitter with that header,
Yeah.
and they
Have
hit
to
the
say.
post. Right?
Yeah, but now
Yes,
you're
we
adding
might
in all
have-
this shit in the second half, though.
No.
I get it.
Yes, we might have defended well, but and not given them many chances. But the chances they've had have been absolute gilt edge ones.
Go,
And
yeah.
we've had one chance from Bowen that was offside.
It's a good comment. Eamon, I don't agree with this, mate. I'll tell you for why. As I said earlier, the reason why we're playing the way we have to play now is because we're chasing the game. If we'd have started the game with at least another attack-minded player on the pitch, we wouldn't be in the position of going a goal down. In my honest opinion, we would have been in a position where we're giving them as much to worry about as they have now given us to worry about. I get what you're saying, but we're chasing the game now, mate.
Yeah, but
That's
that could
that's
be true,
different.
what Eamon said.
It could
that
be
have
true,
happened.
but I don't think it would have been. In my
Benrahma.
honest opinion.
Go on, Benrahma.
Now we're
Go on.
chasing the game. Of course, we're leaving gaps. No choice.
Benrahma still going through. Oh, hit it! Why
Oh,
you did so quick? It's so bloody late. Oh.
Oh, boy.
It was a brilliant touch by Lanzini.
It was
late
like
off
it took
too,
forever. Here they go, counter. I was played all the way back.
Yeah, right though. It's like Moyes' plan A was just to sit, as I said to you, his plan A was to sit back and contain and hope 20 minutes to go we're still in it. But unfortunately, 10 minutes in we scored that own goal and he went, all right, we'll have to change it now then.
Yeah, you could see the panic in his eyes when he realised he had to make substitutions.
But it's just if we'd have started like that, it's if Busan's a maybe.
I tell you what.
That's what it is, isn't it?
What you've actually really missed tonight, no ifs or buts about it, is the Lingard effect. Now, the only way I would have accepted, the only thing I would have accepted tonight that would have changed whatever would have been a straight swap for Bowen for Lingard. Obviously, Fornals, I suppose Fornals would have changed that as well, but
yeah, we missed it. Yeah, we missed.
Yeah, but you could have brought Benrahma in for Fornals.
Yeah,
we missed them. It just.
But you can see how he gives us that outlet going forward.
Good point, Ironclad. You know, Moyes said that Benny needs to calm down. How's he going to be calm when he's been brought on to chase the game?
Yeah.
Play him at the start and let the boy get the confidence in, get the feel of the game, and start creating things when we're not under this pressure. Now he's under pressure. Moyes going to probably turn around and say that we lost the game because we've got people like Benrahma there. You know, it's nonsense. There you go, Bernie. We should not be losing to this United team.
No.
Should have gone from the
I said
start.
to you, you look at their team, it is not. You know, they've got no. They had no subs. They got no subs. And they had to gamble on that first 11. He's gambled on Rashford. I mean, that. In fairness, they haven't even scored a goal. Let's be fair, they haven't.
Exactly.
They've had chances and they should have scored, but they haven't. We've scored for them. Fabianski's made 2 very good saves and they've hit the woodwork. But we scored for them. And
to be fair, the Fernandes chance.
This is fucking rough.
That was shit.
God.
The Fernandes chance was Fabianski saved. I mean, it was right at Fabianski. I mean, you'd be fucking raging if he didn't get a ball hand on that. So
it's just disappointing. It really is.
Like that pass from Creswell to Antonio was just summed it up.
It's just really disappointing.
You know, Antonio's ran one way and Creswell's played it the other, and it's like, oh.
Chasing shadows now, aren't we? They got us where they want us.
Of course they have. They're in front now, and now we
go
can't do.
Go on, Benrahma. Go on. Good play, Lanzini. Plays the ball. Lanzini goes out for a goal kick. Rubbish.
And now they can just do what they want. You know, we've now got to come out and press and leave the space in behind for their quick players to make use of. This is what they want. This is what they want with Greenwood, Rashford, James, and Fernandes. They want you to come out and leave that space in behind, which obviously that's what we weren't doing.
Poor Matt. Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather have his background than have Luke's flaky wallpaper. That's where the hostage. Oh well, at least we can laugh.
Got a shoot in it, so
at least we had something to laugh at.
Cheers, Sess, mate. Take it easy.
See you later.
Have a good one, mate.
Go on, West Ham. Won the ball back. Go on.
Go on.
Release him.
Go on, Lanzini.
Oh,
it's going to go out for a goal kick.
Oh, that's why Lanzini needs to bloody well go. Oh, lordy lord. Lanzini, mate, you've not been right for a long, long time. But anyway, there you go.
He's done all right in this game, to be fair, since he's come on. But that's just
still, you're doing my nothing. You're doing my absolute.
Oh, this is an opportunity missed, mate. It really. I'm sorry, mate. It's an opportunity missed. It's an opportunity missed, mate. Honestly, honestly, God, I know I have gone a bit. I think I might need to crack open another tin. It's unlike me.
Crack open more than that, mate.
There you go. There you go. At least I'm not the only one who thinks that.
Well, it's the pace, isn't it? Mobility's gone. That injury he had on international duty just ruined his mobility. That's why I always think I prefer 4 hours now. Oh, Dan James is running in.
It's fine, we've got bodies back.
Across
There's
the
someone in
back
the back
post.
cross, back post. Well done, Sufal.
But they got us where they want us now. As soon as they got in front, that was it for them. You know, our plan was don't let them get in front. Their plan was just get in front and then we'll counter-attack them. And
good point, Mandy. Moyes keeps saying there's more to come from this team. Does that only apply when we go behind? Good point, Mandy. Good point.
It only applies when he actually plays the attacking players.
Yeah.
You know, this will be another game where he'll come out today and he'll be like, oh, you know, I wasn't happy with what we've done going forward. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. You didn't put any attacking players on. You know, he didn't put the two attacking options on until we went 1-0 down.
Yeah.
So you can't sit there and say, you know, he'll sit there and say, I'm not happy with the options. And it's like, well, your two attacking options really were the wing backs in Sufal and Johnson.
I think, to be honest, though, like, unless you play someone in the Lingard position, you're never going to have that effect.
But mate, this is the opportunity he had. He could have put Benrahma in that position.
I tell you that,
the whole point. That's the whole
I wouldn't have put Benrahma in that position. I'd have put Bowen in that position and put Benrahma where Fornals was. Fabianski's done well.
Oh.
But instead, he put Mark Noble in it.
Listen, do you know what? I know the performance is disappointing. There's 5 plus injury time to go. We can still snatch something from this.
You're clutching, mate.
Yes, of course I'm clutching. But do you not want us to try? 5 minutes to go. Let's try and get a point. Come on. Let's remain positive for the last 5 minutes and push for a point. Go on.
I thought we were going to win this. I actually genuinely thought we would win this.
Well, you never.
I'm not kidding.
Until I saw the team.
Not kidding.
I did.
I thought this was our moment.
Right, come on. I'm commentating. I'm going to shut yous up now.
Commentating as he does no commentary.
Who's that? Is that Antonio out on the left? He's driving forward, pings the ball in. Henderson collects. 87 minutes plus injury time. Might be about 4 minutes?
If we're lucky. Probably about 2. I know it's Old Trafford, isn't it?
This is against Man United, mate. Be lucky if we get
2 minutes. Man United, Old Trafford. Yeah. Be no Fergie time today, mate.
McTominay coming through. Comes over the halfway line. Finds Greenwood. It's not Greenwood. They're just sitting on the ball now in the halfway line, waiting for West Ham to press.
Exactly.
Fred in the centre circle. Shaw plays the ball back to Maguire.
As poor a team as they are, they're good at this sort of possession play.
Yeah.
Lindelof.
You know, they
plays the ball back to Henderson.
That's the way they do it.
He goes for a big hoof ball up top.
Well, that's a surprise. I'm surprised he hoofballed it.
Diop finds Lanzini. Is held back. West Ham free kick, halfway line. Come on, West Ham. Come on. West Ham free kick in the halfway line. He's throwing everyone forward.
You know, mate, lads, the irony is that if we lose just by the 1 goal, Moyes will see that as progression.
Oh, we haven't done too bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Ball in, flicks wide, Benrahma, stand up Wan-Bissaka. He's knocked it back inside to Dawson, who's put it to Deck.
Where Dawson is.
Get it in, lads. Get it in. Come on,
Deckers. What is that, Dex?
He knows
his reaction to that,
yeah. I tell you what, you said about a draw. If we got a draw, it'd be a frigging smash and grab, mate. Because we don't deserve anything out of this game. I'll be honest. I'll be perfectly honest.
No, I agree.
If you just wait up, I know we said about...
Did we deserve anything out of the Spurs game?
Well, yeah, because we actually had chances.
Yeah, we did deserve something out
with 8 minutes to go. Come on.
No, mate, we had chances. Doesn't matter. We created chances. We're not even doing that now,
I don't rate on the possession. I go on chances, and we both created chances in that game. You know, I'd argue that probably Tottenham deserved probably a point out of it, but we did enough to deserve something out of that game. We've done nothing this game. Literally nothing. I said the one chance we had, was Bowen and he was offside. And he didn't hit the target.
Yeah, this sums it up from Anthos. Disappointed at Moyes more than the result. Yeah, I agree. I'm disappointed at Moyes.
No, it'll probably be. I bet
Play
it's
there
like
for
2 minutes added
Benrahma.
time.
Good play from West Ham. Oh, Deckers. Oh, he tries to feed the ball through, but Man United collect it. Luke Shaw goes in the attack. Finds Bruno Fernandes. Great tackle from West Ham. Don't fucking blow that whistle! You dickheads!
Oh, that's shit. There's nothing wrong with that.
He's dispossessed
Nothing
Fernandes
wrong
in
with
the
that.
halfway line. And we were on a counter there, but he's blowing a whistle for I don't know what for. How many minutes? 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3
as many
minutes.
as that.
See? 3 minutes.
Said you wouldn't get many.
You know,
Old Trafford.
Yeah, I thought there
There
would
was
be more than that.
nothing wrong with that tackle. Nothing wrong with that tackle.
Absolutely
at all.
nothing wrong with that
No,
tackle at all.
Deck won the
Look,
ball.
nothing wrong at all.
No, Deck won the ball. But it's Man United, mate. They will get the decisions. You know, like I still can't believe Rashford. They didn't look at more at that Rashford one.
3 minutes. Should have been more, but there you go. That's life.
Can we get one last chance in this game? Probably not.
Well,
That's
Shaw's
what's
got a
like-
chance.
He's going to cut it back.
Fred.
Oh, he's gone well too far back.
McTominay, well done clearing from
Oh,
Diop.
good tackle.
It's gone straight to Wan-Bissaka. The West Ham have dispossessed
again.
him.
Go on,
Benrahma.
Benrahma. Go on, Benny.
Still got the ball. Still got it.
Go on.
Oh, he's been taken
Go on.
down, ref.
Oi!
Yellow cards.
Free kick.
That's just fucking nasty and cynical.
He's done well there to hold on to that, to be fair. Good strength from Benrahma, just been halved.
Look. Just fucking hacked.
Yeah, that's a booking,
That's
isn't it? He's just taking him
cynical,
out.
isn't it?
Right,
He's just taking
91
him out.
minutes, 91 and a half minutes gone. We've got to throw the bodies forward. Fabianski's on the ball, pings the ball long. Dawson.
Wins the first header. Rice puts it forward again. See if
Oh,
puts it
ref,
forward.
give something for that.
Oh, that's a
Give a
push.
free kick or something.
No, it's Man United. Don't get anything for that. Won't get anything. Maguire's all over him, but he won't get anything. England captain. I'm not getting anything against him.
What? He's not even looking at the ball. He's not even
Jesus
looking at the
Christ, he
ball.
fucking brought him down. He brought the fucking player down. But yeah, like you say, Matt, we're never going to be given anything like that.
Not Old Trafford.
Oh.
Fifth in the table, playing as if we're fifth from bottom.
Yeah,
Can't disagree. Can't disagree.
we did.
Well, I don't know if you're fifth from bottom. You're probably not setting up like that, to be honest, because you're probably Fulham and you're probably trying to smash. You know, you're playing well, so you're not probably setting up as if you're fifth from bottom. To be honest, I completely disagree with that comment. I couldn't disagree with that comment more than I've ever disagreed with a comment in my life. That one.
I agree with that comment because
Well, you don't, because you're not giving up.
Because the way we were set up at the start of the game looked as if we were fighting relegation.
Yeah, but you don't give up when you're down there. You don't give up when you're down there. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't.
When you concede, possession, when you're not going to fight to try and
one
score
last
a goal,
chance. Come on, West Ham.
it's like you might as well. It's like as if you are fighting relegation.
Go on, Dick. Turn wide.
That's it. Get in the box, Benrahma. This is your chance, mate. It's gone out for a corner. Got to see.
Last chance.
He's blown the whistle. What a
He's blown the
dickhead.
whistle.
He's blown the whistle.
What a
He's
dickhead.
blown the fucking whistle.
If that was the other way round, he 100% would have let him take the corner.
Really, really disappointing. Really disappointing. Really, really disappointing. Set up wrong from the start.
Straight up, that's awful.
Huge. It wasn't a disgrace of a performance. It's the way the manager set us up. As you said earlier, Matt, Moyes always gets one wrong every 7 or 8 games, and this was the one. Gave them far too much respect.
We gave him a go the last half hour when he had to make the 2 subs, when he had to make them. All right? But we didn't have a shot on target.
Not shot on target. Not one shot on target.
One shot on target. No.
You know, and that's like you said earlier, you know, against the other teams that we played and we lost, you know, or that we deserved something out of, we were creating chances almost for fun. In this game, an average Man United team, average.
I don't agree,
Average
John.
Man United team.
I don't think we did deserve a point.
I don't think I don't agree. Yeah,
I don't think we created anything. We didn't create anything in the game.
Chance blown. Totally agree. Jeff, totally agree. Chance blown.
Yeah.
You know, all the results went in our way. We could have like really gone for it, and we didn't. And yeah.
Yeah, but how many?
Look, we're not
the point
going to
I'm
win
going to
every
make on
game.
that one is we could have gone for it, but how many times this season has Moyes gone for it?
Not the point, Anton.
No, but I
You
get
know,
it. But I'm asking you the question: how
Anton,
many times?
Even if going for it for us now isn't about going gung ho, going for it is when we get the ball
It's having sort of a 10
and we counter attack. We've got something to counter attack with. He didn't put a counter attacking team out there today, you know,
Right.
and it was too late.
So
Yet
before,
again,
so before Lingard came into the team, what intent have we ever put on the park?
No,
Even when we played,
because he was playing players that you can at the beginning of the season. Even
Benrahma.
Haller was there, and people like that. He had options that to make it a counter attack, but I don't understand it. There's no reason why he should have played he should have put the lineup that he did out today. No reason, absolutely no reason. You know, we had every opportunity to take it to Man United, and when I'm saying take it to them, I'm not talking about trying to keep possession and stuff like that. I'm talking about when they lose the ball and we counter attack. We're not just hoofing it up to Antonio, as we were all moaning about this time last year when it was awful to watch. He had the only player that he had to support him was Bowen, you know, and Bowen is not that fast. He's all right, but you know that's when you need someone like Benrahma on to support Antonio. That's what I'm talking about. You know,
we said before the start about Noble. You'd be better off playing Benrahma. Just that one change.
Just that one change.
Other player.
Yeah. I didn't mind 5 at the back. Didn't have a problem with that.
No, I
didn't have a problem with the way we defended. It's just that we didn't give ourselves anything going forward. What a shame. What a shame. You know, what a shame. And all the other teams around us losing, etc., and we fluffed it. Right, how long we got before we do the review?
I'm going to go and jump and set it up. I'll come back on, let you know, let you do the comments. All
right, we'll do a few comments before we just go as far as we can.
That's what it is. That's why we're sitting here annoyed, because it's not that we didn't pick an attack. We didn't go 4-3-3, or we just didn't have any intent. Like you don't have to play all that attacking players to have attacking intent. You can put 5.
So where you set yourself up,
5 at the back. You can put 2 in midfield, 3 up front. If you put 3 up front, and you essentially left them 3 up front to counter attack, where do they go? You know what I mean? Like
exactly. That's what I mean about having a go.
First half,
look at Andy. It doesn't matter what we say about our midfield. We've absolutely no threat up front. We don't worry their backline at all. We should have bought a striker in the win. It's not even about buying a striker, Andy. It's about how Moyes set us up today. He set us up to go for a 0-0. And every time he does that, it doesn't bloody work. It doesn't work. You know, Lanzini, what did you make of Lanzini? I think he's finished from my eyes.
He done all right.
He did all right.
He had some good touches, but the way we played that last 20 minutes suited him, because he come on for Noble in that centre of the midfield, and you had 2 out-and-out wingers in Bowen and Benrahma either side of him, Antonio in the middle, and then one of Souček or Rice pushing up. So he didn't have to do that much running, Lanzini.
Yeah.
He only had to drift around in the number 10 spot, pick up the ball and link up the play. He'd done all right. He probably would have done more in it. I wouldn't have started him still, because I don't think...
it would have been Benrahma for me.
Yeah.
Michael Price never picked the best team against top 6. Do you agree with that?
Moyes sets up to not get... He said, that team was damage control.
Yeah.
That team today...
And we still lost.
I haven't got the team in front of me. That team reminded me of last season when we went to Anfield. Was it Anfield? No, it was Man City, wasn't it? Sorry. We had to go to Anfield and we lost 3-2. We lost to Man
I've got
City
a message from a mate here saying he believes it's the worst performance that we played since Newcastle.
First game of the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said it was.
No, Liverpool was.
Shut up.
Liverpool was. Liverpool
Just
was.
shut
I'm
up.
not,
Shut up and shut up.
because I'm not going to sit here and listen. Like, this is typical bloody West Ham fans. Yes, it's shit. Yes, I get it. It's shit. Yes, we've lost. It's shit. It's shit. It's shit. 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 But it's not the worst performance since Newcastle. It's not the worst performance since Newcastle.
Anton,
And
mate,
I'm not
It's the
saying
worst
that.
attacking
I'm
performance
not saying
since
it was the
That's
worst
different.
attacking
That's a
performance.
different comment.
It was like this.
Right,
Go on.
defensively, we were solid. Like defensively, we were good enough.
Yeah.
But you would expect
And we scored their goal for them. So,
But
yeah.
you'd
but-
expect that when we started the game with 5 defenders and 3 holding midfielders on the pitch. I'm sorry, if you start that and you do concede,
then
you've been
there
absolutely
is a
awful.
problem.
Yeah,
Ironclad. Go on, mate.
there's just nothing, was there? There was no. I've said to you already. There was 0 shots on target.
Zero
We had
shots
7
on
shots.
target.
0 shots on target.
Ironclad. At least the other results, Chelsea, Spurs, Everton went in our favour. But that is why I'm even
As I
more
said to you before the
disappointed.
game, he set up to get a point. He saw them results, not including the Spurs game because that was before he picked his team. But he saw how those results went yesterday, and he went, "You know what? In the situation, a point's not bad." But as I said, defensively done well because they didn't even score their goal. You know, they had a couple of big chances they probably should have done better on, but we scored the goal. But it doesn't matter. Like they had chances they should have scored. Right? They hit the post. They had a couple of big the Rashford
They
header.
missed a big one, the Rashford header in the first half.
A couple of good saves from Fabianski. Big saves.
Yeah, he pulled off a
But I
decent
can't-
save in each
And then
half.
I go to say about Henderson. What did Henderson do? Come and punch
Nothing.
the ball out from a cross and caught a couple of crosses.
English Yardie. Once we get the ball with space, we look confused. Yeah, we didn't look like we had it in us today. But like I say,
It
when
wasn't
you're
our
chasing a
first-
game, your attacking players have to play a different way, you know. But okay,
We were attacking it. We were chasing it. The formation went out the window when you put the attacking players on. It was. I don't know what you say. Like Antonio as well. Luckily, we're only playing one game a week because Antonio literally he has to
again.
last 90 minutes. Well, yeah, he
Yeah.
will do. You think the workload he has, like he has to hold the ball up, run the channels, hassle defenders. You need another option for him. Like realistically, you need someone to come in for the last 20, 30 minutes. So Antonio can run around for not 60 minutes, 70 minutes, run his socks off and then come off. He has to limit his running now because he's got the last 90 minutes because there's no other option.
Ironclad, easy games coming up. Arsenal, Leicester, Chelsea. What do you think we're going to get out of those?
I reckon 4
I thought we
points.
played Chelsea twice already, didn't we? Or haven't we?
No, I reckon 4 points.
I reckon
see
we're going
us
to beat
getting-
Arsenal. I reckon we'll get 5 points out of that. I reckon a win and
Yeah.
2 draws.
I'm not sure about Chelsea. Tuchel's sort of turned around a bit.
I don't know. Well, yeah. English Yardie, I'm so sick of bending over backwards against the top 6. It's got to the point where players don't believe we can win. It's mental. That goes to coaching. Moyes did a horrible thing tonight. You know, I kind of agree with that. It makes the players, you know, all that confidence that the players have been coming out with. We're doing really good, the camaraderie, etc., etc. And then he goes out and puts us in defensive minded against. They were a bang average Man United team, and they had been a bang average team every time they played us, and yet they beat us 3 times.
Because Moyes
of the
doesn't.
way we
He
set
doesn't
up
have a
the
go.
game.
He said he's too respectful. He's far too respectful. I said before the game. You looked at that team. It was bang average. You could get at it, right? They didn't make a single sub because they had no bench.
Yeah.
But we did nothing to worry them at all.
Bernie comes to something to be fighting for 1 point when we could have beaten them. Yep. You know, this is the problem. It's like, Vinay, you know, Noble didn't play bad. No, not at all. And it's nothing to do with Noble, you know, Noble being picked. It was about the setup was wrong. You know, it's not that Noble played badly. Did he do, but exactly did he, Noble didn't play bad, but exactly did he do to be in the start? What did he do to be in the
Nothing.
starting lineup? You know, he didn't do
It
much,
was
did
injuries.
he? Really?
Injuries.
Yeah. Anthos, 2 subs should have started the game. Well, I certainly think Benrahma should have started. Starts playing in the 70th minute. Our manager's not got the mentality for this. But this is the conundrum, isn't it, mate?
This is why he didn't succeed at Man United.
And because he has done well. I mean, we're sitting here
He's done
disappointed
exceedingly
because
well
we
this
didn't.
year.
Yeah, and he has done exceedingly well. But this is, in a way, this is the mental block that he's got to get over, isn't it? When it comes to these bigger teams, this is the mental block he's got to overcome himself in order to instill that confidence in the team itself. You know, he's got to stop picking these sides that are there to contain, rather than, and like we said, like you and I said, Matt, it's not about putting 10 attack-minded players on. It's about having something, the ability to play a proper attack, counter-attacking game. People keep citing, you know, the Man City game and other games, etc. That's the sort of thing we're talking about, isn't it? Really, you know, to have something there to be able to counter-attack with confidence, rather than chasing the game. James, still, the irony is, if perennial relegation stragglers West Ham finish 8th, the Moyes out brigade will be in full swing.
Not from me.
Not from me. Not from me. But I want to make sure.
I might be a bit upset, but
yeah. I'll be, you know, considering we've been struggling since leaving the Boleyn with relegation dogfights almost every season. Be more than happy finishing 8th. I'd like to get into Europe. I know you guys, while I was away, were having a debate about whether it's Champions League or Europa League. And the only reason why I want I know we're not going to do well in the Champions League, but the only reason why I want it is because the phenomenal amount of money that's involved in it. You know, Europa League, you've got to get to the latter stages before you make money. Whereas Champions League, I think you get 15 million for being in the group stages or something like that. That's how it starts. And then you get a couple of million for winning the game and all that stuff. I mean, it's phenomenal. It's mad money. Michael, another disappointing experience. Why didn't we line up like this at the start? That's what we're saying.
Yep.
Quattro, Benrahma must be down because he's expected to save the day. This is interesting. He's expected to save the day coming on late every game instead of getting a fair shake at the start of the game. That's an interesting comment, you know, because after what Moyes said about him in the week, do you think it's going to be another one of those Moyes' like reasons why he's not starting him? Because he would have looked at him and he didn't do much, Benrahma. But then, like I keep saying, you start that player and he gets into the game. He gets the feel of the pace, etc. And probably get the best out of him. You bring a player like that on to try and save the game. It's
chasing the game. Yeah, the pressure's different
mentality.
But I mean, like you said, he came on. He started carrying the ball.
He did carry the ball. Yeah, that's what we
needed. No one
needed.
else was doing that for 65 minutes.
Yeah. Stu, why wait till we go a goal down before we make subs and starts playing? You know, agreed. What can I say? Aidan. Here's hoping that Moyes has learned that if you only play for 30 minutes while your opponent plays for 90, you're never going to win. Good point. You know, he allowed us to start playing. Luke Shaw's been voted man of the match. Fuck me. What the hell did he do?
That tells you he was their outlet in the first half when he's getting lots of crosses in from the left-hand side. But that tells you how much Man United done as an attacking team. Like, he was their main outlet. They weren't. That's why we're sitting annoyed that we could have gone at that game. You know, it's not been Rashford, it's not been Fernandes, it's Luke Shaw.
Been a defender. Anil, still 5th, disappointed, but we're still there or there. We are still there or thereabouts. We are still 5th. I totally get that, but we could have gone within. Is it 2 points of Chelsea with a game in hand? That's.
I think if we beat them, did we go with? We've gone above them.
We would have we would have gone. A win would have taken us within 2 points and a game in hand. Now we've got a game in hand, but I think we're 4 points behind them.
We're 3 points behind them. So if we won today, we would have been level.
Would have been level. with a game in hand.
If we'd have won today, yeah.
With a game in hand. GMP, hello mate. Sorry I haven't put up any of your other messages earlier. Moyes hasn't fully developed the squad. He needs another transfer. Well, yeah, agreed. But you get a bit worried, don't you? If he goes out and buys more attacking players, what's he going to do with them?
Doesn't matter when he plays. On the bench. Yeah.
You know, Toby. The game was ultimately decided by an unfortunate own goal. All you're going to get from should have and could have is rows. You can't win them all, and we didn't look miles away from it. Oh, disagree, mate. Disagree.
We didn't create anything. That's what I would say.
Didn't create anything,
I said
mate.
Defensively, we actually looked really solid. I mean, we gave them. They got big chances, but they didn't get many. It wasn't like they were constantly getting in, and then it was half cut out. And they had 4 or 5 big chances, and that was the only chances they really had in the game. But so you can say we limited them to 5 chances, and then we gave them the goal. They didn't score, but it was going the opposite direction. We never I said in the first half, I made a comment that Maguire and Lindelof had their deck chairs out and their sombreros out and their Mai Tais, whatever.
Easy game, easy night for them. Easy night.
They did nothing because Antonio was 30 yards out from our own goal.
Yeah,
because we had everyone behind the ball. It's
Lee. Sometimes Moyes gets it right, but another predictable night, he got it wrong.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Totally agree. Zach, hello, mate. I said it at half time. Benrahma and Lanzini on. Moyes bottled it again. Benrahma is pure class. Noble's a passenger. Wasted over 60 minutes again. A lot of people are saying the same thing. Noble didn't have a bad game, but as I said to you, Noble's not number 10. He's not a ball carrier. James, I think it all went wrong when someone invited Positive James to the pre-match show. You can blame that person for that. What else we got? Anton, you look like you've given up setting up the show, mate. Are we ready? We are ready. Should we jump on? Let's do a couple of more comments and then we'll go. Changes made. They had 30 minutes on the pitch, but no shots on goal. Is that what you call having a go? Not saying we couldn't have gone more attacking, but even when we did, we had done. Eamon, what I'm trying to say is,
different mentality once you're
different mentality. You know,
0-0, Man United, where you could get at them. Once they went 1-0 up, they done what we do. They sat back and they countered us. And then we had to go and break them down.
Yeah.
At 0-0, away from home, we could still counter-attack them because they're still expected to attack as the home team.
Exactly. And we didn't. Our counter-attack was lacklustered.
Well,
Mandy, Moyes set us up for 0-0, but for an own goal it would have worked. Yeah, but that's the problem. Set us
up for a 0-0. Yeah.
80s geezer. No, we don't pick loads of attacking players against top 6 as we get punished defensively. I don't know.
I'm not saying loads though. I'm literally saying like one more player.
Saying loads.
If you just didn't play Noble and you played Benrahma, left them front 3 forwards as a front 3, Benrahma, Antonio, and Bowen, it would have given you something different. It would have given someone alongside Antonio, someone else to think about, someone to make them track back.
English Yardy, Moyes will do the same next weekend, to be honest. Just watch. But maybe not because Lingard should be available.
Well, if
Lingard, isn't it odd though? But as you said yourself, if Lingard was available for this game, we wouldn't have set up the way we did.
If Lingard and Fornals were there, because Fornals had a knock, I don't know if he's back for next week. We don't know anything about that yet. But if Lingard and Fornals were there, I think he picked the 4-2-3-1 and played them 3. Maybe
and given them something to worry about.
Yeah. But because he had a couple of injuries and he only had Lanzini and Benrahma was only 2 attacking options, because he only had them, he went, if I play him at the start and it goes wrong, I've got no stuff to change it. So we'll shut up shop for an hour, and then with half an hour to go, we'll bring him on when we gave away an own goal, and then his plan was out the window.
Stuart K, second half better, no real damage done. Results went our way with other teams win game in hand, beat Chelsea, top 4 still. Yeah, kind of. I think the damage has been done. I think that was damaging. You know,
the only thing you can say is that it didn't affect the goal difference. That's the only thing. But you'd expect that when you played as defensively as we did.
Mandy's question: if it was 0-0 with 10 minutes to go, what subs would Moyes have made?
What,
he wouldn't have bought
11?
Yeah, he wouldn't have bought Lanzini and Benrahma on. Maybe one of them.
Bowen for Benrahma.
Bowen for Benrahma. Yeah. Toby, I'm not disappointed to lose 1-0 at Old Trafford. I'm only slightly disappointed with the lack of ambition. What, you're beginning to understand what we're saying here then, Toby? I'm genuinely disappointed with the rage towards Moyes. I'm not.
He tried it, it didn't work next game.
Yeah.
As I said, he does it every like 7-8 games. He just picks the wrong.
Does it against the big
wrong
teams.
Team and the wrong tactics.
Does it against the big teams. We've got to get chins up and put that to bed, Gary, and do the Gooners next game. We will be up. Gooners next game. Are we going to go out and do that again, Mark?
Not if we put out that team, we're not. Not if we put out the same starting 11, no.
Eamon, we praise Lingard and see him as our best attacking player, but he wasn't even getting a sniff at Man U. You guys say it's a poor Man United side. It is,
I do.
And I don't understand why Lingard couldn't make the team.
Because if I roll the name, because the one position Lingard would be playing in that team is Bruno Fernandes, and he won't get out Bruno Fernandes. I say that's a poor Man United team today because Van der Beek was injured, David De Gea was injured, Paul Pogba was injured, Martial was injured, Cavani was injured. Those players, Pogba would have started. He probably wouldn't have played Fred.
What was the comment that you made before when certain players started, we'd never won the game?
Noble.
Was that
when Noble starts with Rice and Souček, we don't win.
Rice and Souček, we don't win.
Yeah, we haven't.
So,
we did in like Project Restart, and we, fair enough, we did that game that time. Project Restart, we had to stay up playing them three, compacting out the middle worked. But this season, whether it's League or Cup, every time those three have started together, we've lost. Because Noble is not a number 10. I'm sorry, he's not. Right, are we going to switch over?
Man United 1, West Ham 0 review. Moyes respect, blah, 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 and we're going to be live. We're live. Are we going live, Anton? Thumbs up.
Yep,
going live. Okay, people, come off this link. Join us on the other link. You can hear me moaning for another half an hour and Anton talking shit for another half an hour. So